The following is a presentation of sports on Sunny 99.7, the home of St. Edmond Gales Athletics.
Hi, this is St. Edmond girls basketball coach CJ Tracy, and you're listening to your home for Gales girls basketball, Sunny 99.7.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by Peking Garden, Party Productions, Flooring America Design Center, Michael Boer American Family Insurance, Loffersweiler, Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress, Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery, and Danielle Lynch at Farm Bureau Financial Services. And now, here's Lance Lennon.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show here on Sunday 99.7. This is Lance Lennon bringing you play-to-play. Brock Freeman's back in the studio, and right next to me is Robbie keeping stats. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. This past Friday night, the Gales played host to a powerhouse Clear Lake squad in what turned out to be a defensive slugfest. While the Gales fought into the final whistle, they came up just short in a 43-42 battle. Leading the way for the Gales was freshman Eden Horn, who turned in another massive performance with 17 points and a staggering 18 rebounds, while also protecting the rim with 5 blocked shots. The upperclassmen were right there in the thick of it as well. Chloe Palmer provided a steady scoring punch with 11 points, including 2 big triples, and pulled down 6 rebounds. Senior Anna Lerson was a force on the glass and in the passing lanes, notched a double-double of her own with 10 rebounds to go along with 7 points and 3 steals. Not really a double-double, but we're going to give it because 7 plus 3 is 10. Defensively, the Gales were stellar, holding the Lions' perimeter attack in check for most of the night. The Gales have shown they can play with anyone when they limit the giveaways and win the battle on the boards. Joining us now is Coach CJ Tracy. Coach, thanks for taking the time to join us tonight.
Yes, thank you again for having me.
Hey, so the rebounding numbers from Horn and Lerson were incredible against Clear Lake, combining for 28 boards. Against tonight's opponent, how do you plan to replicate that dominance on the glass to ensure you're getting those crucial second chance opportunities?
We just have to continue to be aggressive. Eden does a good job of, going after rebounds. Anna, has kind of conceded that a little bit this year because Anna averaged about 12 boards a game for us last year. But these last couple games, Anna has become her old self again, just looking to be aggressive offensively, chasing down loose balls, getting steals. It's been fun to watch. And, if she can continue to do that on top of Eden crashing the boards, Chloe crashing the boards hard, I think we can win the rebounding battle again tonight.
I think your understated rebounder, and I don't want to be understated, but I think overlooked rebounder is Sophia Schlins. The number of times I say her name in a game is amazing, especially considering her height disadvantage and that she's usually playing the perimeter.
That is true. Sophia also does a great job of getting in there. She's listed as 5'4", but her and Chloe and Anna, the three of them do a very good job of reading the ball when it's shot and getting an idea of where it's going to hit off the rim and which direction it's going to ricochet. And so I think the three of them, on top of Eden having her height in there, we can win the rebounding battle most nights, and that's our goal. So, and I think all of them do a great job of that.
So, tough question to ask, but I got to ask it. After the loss to Clear Lake, incredible effort, nothing to hang their heads about. What was the atmosphere in the locker room post-game?
Frustration. We had our opportunities. We just weren't able to capitalize, and I think that was kind of the big thing. When we made mistakes, Clear Lake capitalized on our mistakes. When they made mistakes, we didn't necessarily capitalize as often. So, it was just a little bit of frustration, but at the same time, they were excited because we had our chances and we proved that we can play with the top teams in the conference. So, a little bit, it was a lot of mixed emotions, but overall, I think the vibe was good and the girls were ready and excited to get after it again tonight.
All righty. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach about tonight's game contest against Webster City. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show on Sunday 99.7 is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by CJ Bio of America, Plum Supply Kitchens and Bath, Fort Dodge Fiber, Jaden Electric, Riley Armstrong Plumbing and Heating, along with Sports Page Bar and Grill. Once again, here's Lance Lennon.
Welcome back, everybody, to the St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show on Sunday 99.7, where this evening the St. Edmond Gales are at home hosting the Lynx of Webster City. This evening's basketball pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. Tonight, the 14-5 Gales face a 7-12 Webster City squad that relies heavily on their young core to navigate the North Central Conference. The Lynx are led by sophomore standout Evie Davis, a double-double machine who enters tonight averaging 14 points and 11 boards. She's joined in the scoring column by fellow sophomore Jalen Barnfuss and senior Olivia Burns, who's a threat from the outside, shooting over 36% from deep. While the Lynx have some size, they have struggled with ball security, averaging high turnover numbers across their primary ball handlers. This makes them very vulnerable to the Gale attack if they can crank up that defensive pressure. For the Gales, the offense continues to be a model of efficiency. Freshman Eden Horn is putting up numbers not seen in a long time, averaging 13.9 points and 14.6 rebounds. She's flanked by Chloe Palmer, who's shooting a lights-out 41.1% from the three-point range, and her 12.3 points per game add to that total. Anna Larson will be a major factor tonight, providing that senior blue-collar spark with 6 rebounds and 4 assists per game, ensuring the Gales stay organized on both ends of the floor. The key tonight to be the assist-to-turnover ratio. Chloe Palmer is playing incredibly disciplined basketball with a 2.4 ratio, whereas the Lynx guards are all sitting below 1. If the Gales can win the battle on the boards, specifically the clash between Horn and Davis, and force those backcourt turnovers, it should be a very productive night here in the Gale Gymnasium. Back with us is Coach Tracy. Thanks for joining us again, Coach.
Yep, always good to be here, Lance.
So, Evie Davis for the Lynx is averaging about 11 rebounds a game and is a real force in the paint. With Eden being your primary rim protector, is the goal to have them compete straight up down low, or are you looking to pull Davis away from the hoop and open up the driving lanes for your guards?
We'll do a combination of both. I know last time when, on the offensive end, they were doubling down on Eden from the get-go and leaving Anna wide open. We made a few little adjustments and were able to combat that and keep them honest. Defensively, we're going to trust Eden to go one-on-one with her and cover their cutters and shooters and things like that. So, and see if we can force 2 turnovers. So we're just going to kind of continue to do what we do and pray for the best.
Well, you mentioned the turnovers, and Webster City has definitely struggled in taking care of the ball, especially in the backcourt. With active defenders like Anna Larson and Sophia Schlins, we're going to see a more aggressive full-court look from you tonight to exploit those numbers, or are you going to stick with your half-court man-to-man?
As of the moment, we'll probably just stick with our half-court man, keep our legs as fresh as possible. If the press needs to happen, then we will, we can always turn that on. We've worked on and fine-tuned a little bit of a aggressive zone defense as well, which shut Pocahontas down for us and held Clear Lake scoreless for the last almost 5 minutes of that game. So we'll just kind of mix things up and see what's working for us as the game flows along.
All right, Coach, thanks for taking the time to talk with us. We're going to have your Daniel Tire post-game show at halftime of the boys' game tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you, Lance.
That was St. Edmond girl basketball coach CJ Tracy with me here on the St. Edmond basketball pregame show. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip-off. This evening's Gale basketball pregame show on the Sunday 99.7 is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's doubleheader as the Gales take on the Lynx from Webster City. Tonight's pregame show was brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. Businesses, get your custodial supplies and equipment, including cleaning chemicals, paper products, vacuums, and floor scrubbers from Central Iowa Distributing, serving Fort Dodge for over 40 years. We also want to thank for the online streaming of the audio. That's going to be brought to you today by Mitch Lund State Farm Insurance. Contact Mitch at 515-576-4171. For your home, life, business, and auto insurance, Mitch can help you regarding mutual funds, investments, and annuities. Get a free quote and also check out the website, golund.com. That is golund with 2 N's.com today. This evening's game can be found at yourfortdodge.com, Alexa, TuneIn app, and iHeartRadio. If you are not aware, then perhaps you should listen to me a little closer. We are streaming on the interwebs, too. You can catch us on the YouTubes. And that video stream is presented by Trailhead CPAs and Advisors in Fort Dodge. The video can be seen on our YouTube channel, the Sunny Facebook page, and you can also find the link on our website at yourfortdodge.com. And that's all made possible by Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. There's a video streaming scoreboard, and that is brought to you by Kesterson Realty. When you need to buy or sell a home, business, or acreage, Kesterson Realty should be your first and last call. The professionals at Kesterson Realty ensure that every deal is easy, taking the stress out of buying and selling your real estate. As always, Jessica Miracle at Farm Bureau Financial Services reminds you the students you see tonight are more than just what you see on the court, and we have our player spotlights. Tonight's player spotlight for the girls is Grace Schlegel. Grace is a forward for the Gales. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Cosgrove. Her favorite food is Chick-fil-A. Her favorite TV show is The Summer I Turned Pretty. Her favorite music is country. And her favorite radio announcer is Lance Lennon. Oh, that is so nice of you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Jessica Miracle, your Farm Bureau financial agent at Fort Dodge, for helping to bring us the player spotlight. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, I want to also remind you that tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Kingsgate Insurance. They design insurance and solutions specifically for you. Working with you, they will identify solutions that protect you against risk, suit your budget, and give you peace of mind. That's how you can be expected to be treated when you work with Kingsgate Insurance downtown in Fort Dodge. So let's go ahead and meet our starting lineups for tonight. Tonight, the Gales at 14-5 take on the Webster City Lynx, who are at a current record of 7-12. So let's start with the Lynx and their varsity girls tonight and their starters. Starting for the Lynx will be number 4, Olivia Burns, a senior and 5 foot tall. Wearing number 5, a sophomore standing 6'1", is Evie Davis. Wearing number 13, a 5'10" sophomore, is Jalen Barnfuss. Fun fact, for those of you out there listening, the Barnfusses, her mother, Tricia, was actually a teacher at St. Edmond when she started her teaching career. She was a math teacher here and then went to Webster City and has been there quite a while now. So that's Jalen. And number 20, wearing number 20, don't know why I know that, folks, but there's things I do know in my head and I just have to say them or I go crazy. So number 20, Tristan Wright is a junior, standing 5'6". And the final starter, number 22, Lovey Prusman, a junior at 5'8". The Lynx are coached by Marty McKinney, Taylor McKinney, Brad Van Deer, and Henrik Weinshank. Now let's meet our starting Gales for tonight. Again, the Gales coming into tonight at 14-5 are going to start number 2, junior guard at 5'4", Sophia Schlens. Senior guard standing 5'7", number 4, Anna Lerson. She's one of the captains. Another co-captain, number 22, junior guard at 5'6", Chloe Palmer. Wearing number 32, a 6'2" freshman playing forward, is Eden Horn. And the final captain, number 42, junior forward, Abby Huss, standing 5'7". The Gales are coached by C.J. Tracy, assisted by Sean Neverman. That was our starting lineups. We are going to have our opening tip-off when we come back. They're going to do lineups, and they're going to have the national anthem. So when we come back, we'll have that opening tip-off, and that's brought to you by North Central Occupational Medicine and Walk-In Clinic. Get immediate help regarding illnesses, physicals, workers' comp injuries, drug screens, and Comedix Botox injections, and weight loss management. They are the walk-in clinic north of the fire station in Fort Dodge. So this will be our last doubleheader. From here on out, we are going to be in tournament play, which means single games. If I can ask you folks, and I don't want to lose radio listeners and audience members out there, but think about coming to the game. Support these kids, and they get in their postseason play. What you could even do is do like our parents used to do back in the day. Put that earbud in your ear, and you can listen to the game while you watch it. Man, it'll be like the best of both worlds. Watch it live and listen to my voice. All righty, folks, we're going to go ahead and go back to studio. When we come back, we will have the tip-off with the Gales taking on the Lynx, and you're listening to Gale Basketball here on Sunday 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Assisted by Taylor McKinney, Brad Van Deer, and Kenny Weinstein. The Gales are coached by the Boys.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Then we're going to have number 30, Ava Underberg, and number 54, Ava Andrew. So all four seniors and Chloe starting the game for us tonight. So doing the jump ball tonight is going to be, I think Anna Lurson's going to be our tip-off expert here. So that's going to get us started. Remember, tonight our tip-off is brought by North Central Occupational Medicine and Walk-In Clinic. And we're getting ready for some basketball here at Gale Gymnasium on this senior night and the final regular season game here for the Gales. Again, coming in 14-5. I mean, folks, you do not remember the last time that they had a double-digit win season, let alone a chance to win 3 times more games than they lost. And the tip ball goes right to Webster City, and we're ready to play some basketball. So starting off, coming across the half-court line is going to be Jalen Barnfist. She sets the ball down over to the right-hand corner to Tristan Wright. Gets it inside to their tall one, Davis. She misses, rebounded by, I want to say that was Ava Andrew, and she gets it to Palmer. Palmer gets the ball over to Lurson. Lurson comes down the left-hand side, right outside the lane. Nothing there for her. Back out top to Flaherty. Flaherty to Palmer, top of the key. Going to set the offense back up. They get it down inside to Ava Andrew. Outside three-point shot on the way from Chloe Palmer. Off the rim. Going to be rebounded by the Lynx. That was Lovey Prusman. So Prusman gets the ball back over to Barnfuss. Barnfuss takes the ball quickly down, hands it over to Wright. Wright comes down in the middle of the lane. Long hook shot. Hits nothing but the out-of-bounds line. So that's going to go out of bounds on the Lynx, and here come the Gales. Maggie brings the ball into Chloe, and Palmer's going to bring the ball up across the timeline. She's going to go right across that lucky shamrock there. She comes up left-hand side. Nice space given to her by the defense. They do get it free throw line into Andrew. Andrew top of the key to Lurson. We got 3 seconds in the lane on Ava Underberg on that one. Again, now these are the seniors. They don't get a lot of playing time. Remember, Ava, we talked about, you heard in the pregame show, both Ava Underberg and Ava Andrew, they've had injuries. You can see Andrew's got the brace on, and so does Underberg on her ankles. And you kind of forget that after a while. You can't just sit and park in the lane. All right, Lynx, long three on the way, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of Barnfuss. That was Barnfuss and Flaherty fighting for the rebound for the Gales to get that ball, and they get the turnover. Still 0-0, 6:53 in the first quarter remaining. Palmer brings the ball into play, and she gets right at the top line. And then they get it to Lurson, left-hand side. Top of the key to Flaherty. Flaherty back over, right-hand side to Palmer. Palmer tries to pass it into Andrew, picked off, taken by the Lynx. Prusman brings the ball down, gets it off to Olivia Burns. Olivia puts it up and in. The Lynx take the lead here, 2-0, 6:23. Gales setting up their offense. We got Lurson, left-hand side to Flaherty, top of the key, back to Lurson. Lurson, bounce pass into Andrew. Back to Lurson, bounce pass on the ground. Lurson picks it up. Here comes Palmer, just inside the three-point line. Bounce pass inside to Underberg. Underberg gets the shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Lynx, and that one's going to go to Wright. Wright gives the ball to Barnfuss, and she's going to set up the offense. Bounce pass to Wright. Wright tries to come into the lane. Not there for her. Back up top. Inside. Oh, that's going to quickly get to Davis. Davis, nice little go around the right-hand side, puts up the layup, misses it, and Flaherty gets the rebound for the Gales. So 2-0 still for the Lynx, 5:52 here in the first quarter. They get the ball over to Flaherty. Flaherty gets the top right at the free throw line. Oh, they got that one to Underberg. She tried to get it inside to Lurson. It was picked off by the Lynx, and here comes Barnfuss down quickly. And they're going to get a block called on Palmer on that one. Barnfuss was working down the left-hand side, looking to go into the lane, and she got a block called there on Palmer. All right, long pass comes in. They get it to Davis. Davis gets it back. Oh, right underneath. Nice ball movement. They missed the shot. It was put up by Wright, rebounded by Wright, and they get it back out top of the key. They give it to Burns. Burns gets it to Wright again. Wright, another shot. No good. Davis gets the rebound, and she puts that one up and in. 4-0 for the Lynx. Palmer comes across the timeline, sets up the offense. Coach is now going to get all the rest of his regular starters in there. They're coming into the bench right now, but that was a good start here. 2 minutes of play for all those seniors. They put in a lot of time and stuck with this program through the thin years to get to here. Flaherty gets the ball top of the key to Lurson. Lurson gets it down underneath. Tried to get it to Underberg. Underberg just a little short on the pass. Couldn't get her hand on it. It goes out of bounds. Gales switch it out. So in comes Huss. In comes Schlins. In comes Horn. Out goes Underberg. Out goes Andrew. And out goes Flaherty. And here we go. 4-0 Lynx. 4:58 remaining here in the first quarter. Barnfuss brings it across. Pick set on Palmer. She gets through it. Playing in now, we got Avery Poppin in for the Lynx. They get it all the way across court, and that's going to go to Burns. Burns back out to Andrews, and they got something on the inside. 3 seconds they call on the lane. They're going to call that one, I think, on Wright. As Wright set up camp. Nope, I apologize. That was on Prusman. Prusman gets a 3-second violation. Gales get the ball. So here comes Gales' chance to score here. Tighten things up a little bit. 4:33, leading by 4. The Lynx are playing defense. Ball goes over to Lurson, left-hand side. They gets it in quickly to Horn. Bounces right off her face. Quick pass, and they got it to the Lynx. So, Barnfuss gets it down underneath to Burns. Burns, long, fast pass. That's going to go to Poppin. Poppin picks it up before it goes across the half-court line. Bringing it inside. That's a block by Horn. Barnfuss tried to go into Horn. Horn just put her down. Palmer gets the ball. Here come the Gales. They give it to Huss. 3-pointer on the way. First one up and good. That's going to tighten things right up. 3-4. The Lynx lead here. And they get the ball in. Barnfuss doing all the offensive setup. She comes into play. Gets it to Davis. Davis works it right at the free throw line. She's coming in against Horn. Tries to go in. Doesn't get inside. Passes outside. 3-pointer on the way by Prusman. She misses. And they're going to call over the back on that one as Poppin tried to climb right up on top of Huss. So she gets called for the push. Gales get the ball back. Lynx are up 4-3. Out goes Barnfuss. In comes Wright now for the Lynx. And a couple more players coming in. We got Neidiger coming in and Van Deer coming in. So Gales playing with their starters, and we got a couple of fresh legs in now for the Lynx. Palmer brings it into play. Bounce pass to Horn right at the free throw line. She hands it off to Palmer. Outside to Schlins. Schlins works the left side. Top of the key, Lurson. Left-hand side to Huss. Huss, quite a ways outside the three-point line, looks to get it to Horn. Horn still outside the lane. Down left. She's working it in. Spin move around. She throws it up. No good. Rebounded by the Lynx by Wright. And Wright's going to go ahead and bring the ball down, set up the offense. They try and get it inside. Ball is picked off, tipped by Horn, and lands in the hands of Huss. She gets it to Palmer, who's going to bring it up quickly. She stops at the top of the key. Lane opened up a little bit for her. Not there. Huss gets the ball. 3-pointer on the way. That one off the rim. No good. Rebound to the Lynx. And that one's going to call in Poppin's hand. Poppin gives the ball over to Wright, and Wright's going to set up the offense. 3 minutes left. Low-scoring affair. Lynx lead 4-3. Ball gets bounced past inside now in the hands of Neidiger. Neidiger back up top into the hands of Van Deer. Passed all the way across left-hand side to Wright. She brings it back up top to the middle. Quick break on the inside is Prusman. It's not there, but she gets the ball inside. That was a nice attempt there by Poppin, but she overshot the layup. It was rebounded by Horn, and here comes Palmer. 2:30 remaining in the first quarter. Palmer works it down into the left-hand corner, brings it back up top. Schlins has it just left of center. She gets it into Horn. Horn right at the free throw line. She's going to work down on the baseline, into the free throw lane. Misses the layup. Rebounded by Wright for the Lynx. Haven't gotten a lot of second chances here for the Gales as they've been not getting those offensive boards. They got to get in there and fight for those, get second half chances or second shots. Ball now gets bounced past inside to Poppin. Poppin gets it back up top to Prusman. Prusman over to the side to Wright. Wright working the right-hand side. She's down low, picks up her dribble. She tries to get the pass over to Neidiger. It's knocked out of bounds by Lurson, and we're going to have more people switching out. So basically a line change for the Lynx as 3 go in, 3 come out, and for the Gales, Lurson's going to come out. And Flaherty's going to come in and give her a little bit of a break. Lurson's been playing since the game started. Give her a little sit down, a little breathing time. Lynx bring the ball in. They try and they get it to Davies. Davies right inside the lane. She goes up against Flaherty. They call her on the travel. No basket anyway, so that's a turnover. Minute 53 here in the first quarter. Lynx are up 4-3. Not the high-scoring affair we hoped it would be for the Gales tonight yet. I'm going to use the yet. Palmer brings the ball into the lane. She gets to Horn. Horn underneath. She's down low. Oh, and they're going to call her for the travel as she went up. Before she could get the pass off or the shot off, she came back down. So that's, back in my day, they called that up and down, but it's just a travel. Okay. Here we go. Coming across the line, it's going to be Barnfuss. Barnfuss tries a nice little crossover. She gets into the lane, gets the ball to Davies. Davies going up against Horn. Inside. It's a little shot there from about 5 foot out. She misses. Palmer gets the rebound. Everybody's missing those second shot opportunities. Schlins has the ball. Left-hand side, three-pointer on the way. Side of the rim. Rebounded by Flaherty, who gets it to Horn right underneath. She puts it up and in. Gales take the first lead with 1:20 left in the first quarter, 5-4. Here come the Lynx as they set things up. They're picked up right away top of the key by Palmer. They get it all the way to the other side there to Van Deer. Van Deer gets it into Davies. Nothing there. Three-pointer on the way. A shot by Barnfuss. Long, no good. Rebounded by Davies. She goes back up top. Couldn't get the second shot as she was stripped by Flaherty. Back into her. She's now working down on the baseline. She's trying to go in against Horn. On the ground, they're going to call a foul. Not sure who they called that one on, but it was not shooting, and they're going to call that on Schlins. So Schlins is going to get called for her first foul. That's going to be the second team foul. Schlins' first foul. That's going to be the third total foul this entire quarter. 57 seconds remain here. They try to get the ball in. They do. They get it to Davies. Right-hand side outside the lane. She's going to come in against Horn. Working. Spins around. Rejected. That's the second block by Horn. And she tried to pass it to Palmer. And Davies just was right there to intercept it. Long shot. Barnfuss. Three-pointer. It's good. 7-5. The Lynx lead the Gales. 42 seconds here left in the first quarter. That was just complete miscommunication of communication as Horn tried to get the ball to Palmer after getting that rejection. Palmer breaks through and goes right down the lane, splitting three defenders, comes in from the right-hand side, scooping layup. It's all tied up here, 7-7, 27 seconds left. Barnfuss is going to set up the offense. It looks like they're going to go for the last shot, 22 seconds on the game clock. She's working up against Palmer. It looks like Davis coming up to set a pick. Not good. It gets broken through. So Horn has now picked up Davis. Ball comes all the way over to the other side here to Burns. Burns back to the right-hand side to Barnfuss. She comes center. Wants to work the ball down. They get it to Davies. Davies working on the right-hand side. She's in the lane. Coming up against Horn. Not even going to think about it after two hard rejections on her. Ball is picked, and that's going to be held up as Husk get it in her hands, but didn't have time to get the shot off. So going into the first quarter, we got a whopper of a score here, 7-7. This is Gale basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
That sound of the game from the first quarter was brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you'll find affordable quality solutions for your home health care needs. Wheelchair Dynamics is located at 1406 8th Street West in Fort Dodge, right by Tom Thumb Restaurant. Well, the Gales got the ball to start here in the second quarter, pardon me. They come down, cannot quite get the shot. They get it into Eden Horn. She doesn't get the shot to fall. It was rebounded by the Lynx, and Lurson tied him up. So that's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow went to the Lynx. Now it's back to the Gales. But here comes Barnfuss across the timeline. Sets it up. She does nice behind the back dribble. Gets it over to the right-hand side, and that's going to go to Wright. Wright gets it to Davies. She's right at the free throw line. Oh, she tried to go inside, and Huss stripped her. She picked the ball back up, but it kind of threw her off. She wasn't able to drive in. Barnfuss all the way across to Burns. Burns on the far right-hand side puts up a three, and it's good as she shot it right over Lurson. The Lynx are up now, 10-7. The Lynx have 2 3-pointers, and we have 1 so far in the game. Again, not a huge scoring affair, but A defensive battle for sure. Here's Flaherty. She runs it into Horn. Horn coming into the lane. Couple of steps. She tries to pass it off to Flaherty. It's going to be tipped by the Lynx, so Gales maintain control of the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 6:47 here in the second quarter. Inbound pass. They get to Horn. She's out on the left-hand side. Goes up to the top there to Flaherty to Lurson. Lurson gets it inside to Horn, right underneath the basket. Nice move as she came up on the right-hand side. Just a nice hand it to her. She didn't put it down, put it right up. And the Gales are down here. Lynx lead 10-9. Pass deflected out of bounds by Lurson. Burns did not touch it, so it's going to be Lynx ball. Lynx are going to bring it in right in front of the Gale bench over here, as they're going to set up an inbound pass. They get the ball to Wright. Wright's going to work it here on the left-hand side. She comes up to center, gets it into Davies. Davies, who's right at the free throw line, tries to go underneath. They do get the ball to Prusman. Nothing there. The ball is going to go out of bounds. It was tipped off a Horn as they tried to pass it back to Davis. She didn't get a hand on it, but Horn sure did and knocked it out of bounds. 19 seconds on the shot clock, 6:21 in the corner. Davis gets the ball. She goes over to the right-hand side now to Prusman. Inside the lane, underneath is going to go right. She puts up the shot, misses. Horn got the rebound and stripped out of her hands from behind her back was Davis. She put it up and in. 12-9, Lynx take the lead. Across the half court comes Palmer. Palmer goes down, gives it to Lurson. Lurson brings it up center where she hands it to Huss. Huss is working right at the top of the key. Ball is stripped, it goes right to Palmer. Palmer's going to work it. She gets it over to Lurson on the right-hand side, inside the key, up to the top of the key. Huss, three-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good. Underneath, there's a fight for the ball, and it's going to end up. Horn gets the ball. She comes right into the lane. She throws up no good on the shot, but she's going to be fouled. They're going to call that one, I believe, on. I thought it should have been on Barnfest, but let's see who they call it on. Yep, they call that on Barnfest. That's a block. So that is going to send Eden to the line. She's going to be shooting 2. Horn, who's improved her free throw percentage, she is now 57.1%, puts the first one up, and no good. 5:43, we got a Schlinn's coming in, Flaherty going out. So all 5 starters back in for the Gales, and it looks like all 5 starters right now in for the Lynx. Horn sets up for her second shot. It is up and no good, off the back of the rim, rebounded by the Lynx. That's going to go to Davis. Davis works the ball out to pass tried to get there quickly. She got it over to Barnfist. Barnfist had a good idea as she saw Prusman underneath. She threw it hard and threw it out of bounds, folks. I want to say thank you to Community Tap and Pizza, a great place to take your family or just hang out with your friends. Have a great meal with no work needed. They've got it covered for you. Community Tap and Pizza, located on 5th Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Palmer brings the ball up. She's on the right-hand side. Goes all the way over to left-hand side where Huss has it now. Passes, they try to get it into the lane. They're going to get it to Horn, and she's going to get fouled on that one. She was on the ground, so it's not a shooter. That's going to be the second team foul, and that one's going to come on 22. So that foul is going to be called against Prusman. Prusman picks up her first foul. Second team foul. Quick inbound pass to Horn, left-hand side. Works it up to the centers. Larson. Larson gets it to Horn. Horn, nice little jump shot over the rim. No good. Out of bounds. Off the Lynx. Going to be Gale ball. So shot clock had reset on the shot by Horn. 35 seconds here. Ball gets in. Horn takes it. Left-hand side. Larson breaking center, but they give it to, Schlinn. Schlinn got it on the left-hand side to Larson, top of the key. Far left-hand side now. Going to go to Huss. Top of the key she is. She drives in. Nope. Back out to the corner to Palmer. Palmer puts up a three-pointer. Off the side of the rim. No good. And they're going to fight for the ball. And that ball is going to end up in the hands of Prusman, who gets it. Quick pass down to Wright. Wright tries to get it into Davis, and she does. But she's guarded by Schlins. Schlins does a nice job on the defense there. Not a block, but I'm going to call it at least a partial block. His shortest Gale on the court took on the tallest Lynx and held her up. So Lynx are up 12-9 here. 4:40 remaining in the half. Huss has the ball. She comes down the lane, back up top to Larson. Larson to Palmer. Palmer's working right hand to center. She comes down into the free throw line. Back to Huss. Top of the key now to Schlins. Right hand side to Larson. Larson drives in, gives a pass and a go. Palmer, three-pointer on the way, top of the key, and it's good. It's all tied up here. 12-12 at 4:13 remaining in the half here. Ball goes to Barnfist. Here comes the Lynx setting up their offense. Far side now to Wright, and she's going to work it in. Doesn't get it there, but gets it to Prusman, top of the key. Barnfist down in the corner. Davis, center. She's coming in right in the lane against Horn. Comes across the left-hand side. Too strong on the layup. Rebounded by Horn. Gales get a chance to take a lead. This could be their second lead of the night. Remember, they were up, I think it was 5-4 is when they took their first lead, and they haven't led since. We got something going on. Charge on this one. Who did they call that on? They called that on Horn underneath. They called her for an offensive push. So still knotted up here, 12-12. I want to say thank you to Dan Flattery, State Farm Insurance in Fort Dodge. You can contact Dan at 515-955-7187. You can contact him today for your best home, auto, and life insurance rates. Get a free quote. Check him out at danflattery.com today. Thank you, Dan, for helping to support the broadcast. All right, the Lynx have the ball. They got a couple of new players in because Poppin's in. She had it on the left-hand side. Gets it into Prusman. Prusman's going to try and drive it in. She dribbles it off of one of the Gales. It goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Lynx ball, 23 seconds on the shot clock, 3:33 on the game clock, and they're going to get the ball in. Oh, nice setup by the Gales. They had a little there, but Poppin gets the ball, gets to the top of the key now to Prusman. Prusman gets it underneath into the hands of Neidiger. Neidiger back to Prusman. They try and get it into this lane. Not there. Bounced around. It's loose on the ground, picked up, and we've got a jump ball. That was going to be Schlins, and Prusman fight for it. Possession arrow goes in favor of the Gales, so Gales are going to get it. 3:29 remaining here in the first half. Gales are up, or pardon, not up. They're tied, 12-12. They were tied 7-7 at the first quarter. Tied here 12-12 in the second quarter. They give the ball over to Palmer. Palmer working the left-hand side. She's working, drives in underneath, goes baseline. It's not there for her. Back out top to Schlins. Schlins works down the left-hand side. She's coming into the lane. Nice little move. She comes around. Hook shot on the way. Misses. Rebounded by Poppin. Poppin gets the ball outside now, and they're going to bring it down, and that is going to be Van Deer brought the ball down for him. Now they get in the hands of Prusman. Prusman right there to Poppin. Poppin shoots from the free throw line. It's up and good. Lynx take the lead again, 14-12. They get the ball over to Palmer. Palmer's going to bring it across the timeline to set up the offense. Down in the left corner to Lurson. Inside to Horn. Horn makes a move to the hoop. She makes it. Gets fouled on that one. She's going to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point attempt here. 14-14, 2:41. That foul is going to be called on Poppin, and that's going to be Poppin's second foul. That's going to be the third team foul, 2:41. We got Huss coming out and Flaherty coming in for the Gales. Had a shift over there also for the Lynx. Not sure who came in and who went out. We'll have to find out in a little bit. But until then, we're going to let Horn take her shot here. First shot and only shot on the way. Bounces in and out. And the rebound by Poppin. Poppin gets the ball to Barnfuss. Barnfuss is going to set up the offense. She's picked up by Palmer as soon as she crosses the timeline. It's down in the corner now to Van Deer. Van tries a pass. It's going to go up across the middle. She saved it and managed to throw it in right past Lurson, who kind of just watched it go. And they get the ball to Davis. Davis is in the lane going up against Horn, and she's going to get called for the travel on that one. Tied up 14-14. Coach calls a timeout, so we're going to go ahead and go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Basketball, ladies and gentlemen, let's say thank you to Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress. 2 locations in Webster City and Algona, where the plus is so much more. So Gales get the ball after the timeout. Coach talked to him down there, probably said, hey, we really got to play our game. You're letting them take over and letting them get too many rebounds. So the Gales have the ball. They give it over to Lurson. She's working on the right-hand side. She brings it up to center. Over there to Schlins. Back all the way across. She gets it to Flaherty. Flaherty gets it to inside to Horn. Horn gets it out. And now it's going to be Schlins on the outside. They're passing the ball really well here tonight. Palmer comes in underneath. She gets the ball up and good as she went baseline and stepped out and took that shot. Gales take the lead again. 1:51 remaining here in the half, 16-14. Barnfuss has the ball. She's coming one-on-one into the lane against Palmer, outside to Burns. Burns puts up a three-pointer. It is long. Schlins is going to have touched that ball, but they're going to say that was, I kind of thought so. So on that one, Prusman kind of reached over Schlins, who was the smallest girl out there right now. Well, now she's tied, I think, with Burns. But anyway, Prusman reached right over the top of her and knocked that ball out of bounds. So it's Gale ball, up 16-14, a minute 30. Here comes Palmer down the left-hand side. They get the ball into Horn at the free throw line. She's going to drive into the lane, but outside to the right. Goes to Schlins. Three-pointer up and good. Gales take a bigger lead now. 19-14, a minute 21 remains in the half. Barnfuss is going to set up the offense for the Gales. She's working the left-hand side, or right-hand side this time. Not going center. Gets it to Davis. Three-point line, free throw line. Shot is missed. Lurson gets the rebound, and here come the Gales. 19-14, a minute 6 left. Horn has the ball, left-hand side, just inside the three-point line. She got Davis off her feet. She drives baseline. Not there, so she's going to throw the ball all the way across the baseline to Palmer. Good move on that one. Schlins has it top of the key. She comes into the lane. Nice little jumper, up and good. That was probably about a 12-footer. Nice look on that one as she went over the defenders and put it in. 21-14, up by 7. The Gales playing defense now. Ball is over in the corner to Barnfuss. Three-pointer on the way. It's no good off the rim, and rebound's going to go to Lurson, and they're going to call a foul on Horn as she pushed Davis down. They were fighting over the rebound, and she did give her a push at the end. Don't know that it was a foul, but it was called. That's what they called it. So that's going to be her second foul. That's going to be the second team foul on the Gales, and that's going to turn the ball over after they had gotten the rebound. 37 seconds left in the period. 21-14, Gales lead. They get the ball in. Davis has it at the free throw line. She gets it over to Prusman. Underneath, real quick, as that ball went to Van Deer. She goes up for the shot. No good, but she's going to be fouled by Huss. So she's going to be shooting. She'll go to the line. And that's the first time she's actually put up a shot tonight. She is, let me look at my stats and make sure I got it right. Yeah, she's a 37.5% free throw shooter. First shot is up and no good. It falls off to the right-hand side. She's going to set up a second shot. Before she does, I want to say thank you to Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery. They're located at 3525 Fifth Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Second shot on the way. No good. Rebounded by the Lynx and put up real quick on that one. I think that was Prusman who got the rebound and put it right back up. So they have growing beauty and building trust for 20 years. That's Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery. Gales have the ball. 21 seconds remaining. Up 21-16. 5-point lead. They're going to hold it. 18 seconds. 15 seconds. Here comes Palmer. She's now sent it up. Lurson has it right-hand side. She's going to drive in right to the free throw line. Huss, three-pointer on the way. Off the front of the rim. No good. Ball is loose on the ground. 6 seconds. Lurson got it. Bounces it over to Palmer. Palmer's going to drive underneath. She comes in. Floater up. No good. Rebounded by Davis, and that's going to take us to half as the Gales lead 21-16. This is Gale basketball here on Sunday 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Hi, this is St. Edmond girls basketball coach CJ Tracy, and you're listening to your home for Gales girls basketball, Sunny 99.7.
Welcome back to Gales basketball on Sunny 99.7. Time now for the Loffersweiler halftime show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Sunny 99.7 studios. I'm Sports Director Joe Jaden. We're at halftime here of the St. Edmond girls game, and join me now is St. Edmond baseball coach Jordan Miller. Jordan, how you doing tonight?
Very good, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Are you chomping at the bit to get baseball practice going? I mean, you accept the job, last fall, that you're going to be the St. Edmond baseball coach, and now you got to sit and wait. How you feeling?
Very excited. Excited to follow both the boys and girls basketball teams this winter. But, yeah, the snow can go ahead and go away and get sunny so we can get going and get the boys on the diamond and the girls on the diamond, respectfully, for the softball program as well.
Well, you were the head baseball coach at Eagle Grove for 11 years, including a best record of 16-10 in 2022, and now you're going to be taking over for a St. Edmond baseball program that was just 3-21 a season ago. Just kind of your thoughts on this transition from leaving Eagle Grove and going to St. Edmond.
Everything's always new and a challenge. I think some of the obvious positives, our facilities are second to none. When you look at our playing surface out at Harlan or the arena that we have the ability to get better at, that's a huge positive for our program. And ultimately, when you look at the roster coming back, we've got a lot of nice pieces all the way from, whether they're the seniors that have been there for a while or some eighth graders, freshmen that are returning or starting it up. There's just a nice mix of guys that I'm excited to start working with.
Coach Miller, have you been able, or you or maybe other people, been able to do anything off-season wise with any work? I know that certain programs kind of do some stuff in the off-season. Have you been able to do anything?
Organized, no. We have the ability that we have some parents that are very knowledgeable in the deal, and they've had some hitting with guys, and I know some guys have got some work, so that's a good thing to be able to have the ability to get some work in the off season. We have to share athletes, and we have to have basketball players, football players, baseball players, all as one. But if we just don't give any attention to any sport in the offseason, you put yourself behind the eight ball. And I think, between us having some parents that have stepped up and given their time to be able to do that, that's a great stepping stone for our program.
Again, St. Edmond baseball coach Jordan Miller here with me on the Loffersweiler halftime show here of the St. Edmond girls game. Players that you're going to be inheriting from last year's team include Grant Gallus, Kenneth Henning, Griffin Loffersweiler, Jack McElroy, and Julian Blanco. All those guys hit better than 300 last year. Pitching-wise, Grant Gallus had a 3.94 ERA. Maddox Sherburne had an ERA of 4.64. Your thoughts on inheriting those players?
We've got a great core of guys. One we didn't mention there is also Blake Bartlett, who returns for us. So, he'll help us on the mound as well as other positions. But the nice thing is we've got just a good group of guys that the athleticism has me excited. I'm a very aggressive coach, so I think our team speed is going to be a huge positive, and having some of these guys that have already had the innings are going to be, countless in that progression of even younger guys and the success. The 3 and whatever record for them last year is not very telling of what they were. They had a lot of close games, and, having gone through those battles before, I just see better things coming, and we're going to, get over that hump and see what we can do.
How are your philosophies different than Mike Zalat, obviously the previous coach? Every different manager has different philosophies on how they play the game offensively and defensively. What are some of the differences that these St. Edmond players are going to inherit from your thought process?
Mike is a great coach, great friend. He did a great job with the program, is still an avid backer of us. The only thing I really see different in us is I preach base running. We will not be stagnant on the bases. Not that they were before, but I guess maybe I'm impatient, and I just like to use our athleticism a lot. So that's probably the one thing that you'll really see is there'll be more turning and burning on the bases than probably before. But that's something that may change too, with your personnel. But we have to look at what we have, and we have a lot of team speed, and we have a lot of grit that I think we can use.
All righty. Well, hey, Jordan, I appreciate a few moments of your time here this evening. Wish you the best of luck here this upcoming summer. We'll have your ball games on Sunday 99.7. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Joe. Roll, Gales, roll.
That's St. Edmond baseball coach Jordan Miller here with me on the Loffersweiler halftime show. We're at halftime here of the St. Edmond girls game. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more after this on Sunny 99.7.
Hi, this is St. Edmond girls basketball coach CJ Tracy, and you're listening to your home for Gales girls basketball, Sunny 99.7.
Welcome back to St. Edmond Gales basketball on Sunny 99.7. It's now time for the Daniel Tire postgame show. For 100 years, Daniel Tire has been the place to go for tires and automotive services in Fort Dodge. If you need your tires replaced, Daniel Tire has the replacement tire to fit your needs from the brands you trust. Stop by and see them at 520 First Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Once again, here's Lance Lennon.
Has one three-pointer. Evie Davis has got 4. She's only got 2 inside the paint, as she is getting just rejected hard and a lot by Eden Horn. And then their leading scorer right now is Olivia Burns, as she's got a three-pointer and 1 off on the inside. The number of rebounds out here for the Lynx, they have 16. Now for the Gales, Sophia Schlins has 5 points. Abby Huss has 3 points. Eden Horn has 6, and that's off a 3 in the paint, along with 2 blocks. And Palmer has 7, 1 three-pointer and 2 inside. Rebounds, well, the Gales have 10, so they are trailing on the rebounding side, and they really need to pick that up. Again, need those second chances on the offense. They started to do that late in the second quarter, and really that kind of is what given them the advantage there. Fouls-wise, yeah, they are exactly the same. Each team had 4 fouls there in the first half. Where the nice difference comes is the assists. The Gales have 8 to 4 for the Lynx. So the Gales doing a better job of moving that ball around and getting it inside or getting it to the right player at the right time for the shot. That's going to do it for our halftime statistics. Again, thank you to Loffersweiler for the halftime show. This is Gale basketball. We're going to keep it here. I lied. I thought we were going to have a little more time, and we don't. So we got about 30 seconds here before we start the second half. So I'm going to say thank you to a couple people. Let's say thank you to Peking Garden. Peking Garden of Fort Dodge offers a Chinese food buffet like no other. They have so many options like spicy chicken, lo mein, a crab rangoon, chicken on a stick, and so much more. I always like their chicken and mushroom. Peking Garden is open from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday at 2510 Fifth Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Also check them out on Facebook. Thank you, Peking Garden. How about Party Productions? Everything you need to customize your event. Party Productions is your premier destination of choice, from huge event tents to theatrical rentals to balloons, and an almost complete line of Melissa and Doug toys and everything in between. There isn't much you can't find on their roof. I bet you could find, toy doubloons or balloons, whichever one. All right, so the Lynx are going to have the ball to start the second half here, and they're going to get the ball quickly in. And there we go. This starts the second half, and let's play some Gale basketball. Barnfuss gets the ball quickly over to the right-hand side. That's going to go to right. Quick, picked off as they tried to pass it to Burns. Lurson showing the speed and agility she has. Gets the ball outside now. It's going to have Palmer. Palmer gets it into the right outside the lane. Horn finds Lurson open underneath. She goes up for the shot. She was blocked on that one by Prusman. Davis gets the rebound, and here comes Barnfuss bringing the ball into play for the Lynx. She tries to go into the lane at the free throw line. Nobody around for her. She passes it out. Intercepted again. They got that ball to Prusman, who tried to get it to Burns one more time, and Lurson right in that lane picked off the pass but stepped it on the line. So it's out of bounds on the Gales. 22 on the shot clock. 7:30 here left in the quarter, and the Gales lead 21-16. Barnfuss brings the ball just inside the three-point line, puts it up, and it's good. That was just a floating jumper. It's up. Gales lead by 3, 21-8, and Palmer's going to bring the ball into play for the Gales. Nobody's picking her up right away. She's going to work down the right-hand side. Takes it out. Going to slow it down a little bit. No rush here. She gets it to Huss. Huss brings it in right down inside the lane. On the way, off the backboard, just inside the free throw line. So that's going to be a 14-foot jumper. It's good. 23-18 Gales, 6:55. They get the ball over to the right-hand side. That's going to be in the hands of Wright. Wright trying to work it inside. Nobody there. Do get it there to Prusman, who gets it to Davis, who tries to work, and they're going to call Horn with the foul. Davis made it to get under her arm and try to go up and in, and Eden reached back and did get her on the arm, so that's going to be her. Oh, no, I was told differently. They're going to get the call on Palmer. So that isn't going to be Eden's third. It's going to be Palmer's second. First team foul of the quarter. First one for Davis is up and good. She's a 54% free throw shooter. 23-19. Gales lead by 4. She's going to set up for her second shot. Couple of dribbles, and it's on the way. That one off the back of the rim, no good. Ball's loose on the floor. She gets her own rebound, passes it inside. Now it's outside to Burns, over to three-pointer on the way by Barnfist. Really short, but it's going to be rebounded by Wright, and it's going to be rejected by Horn, who's bringing the ball down. She's coming down. Looks like she could go all the way into the lane. Couple of steps. She goes up, and no good on the layup, and Davis gets the rebound. She was going to go coast to coast with that one. Barnfist is going to come down. She brings the ball into the lane. Rejected by Horn, but they're going to call her for the body. She did reject the shot, but they're going to call her with a block on that one. So that is going to be Eden's third foul here. First foul for the third quarter for her, but third overall. 2 team fouls now, and Barnfist goes to the line shooting 2. First shot is up and no good. Barnfist is a 40% free throw shooter. So that's second shot on the way. And then that one is good. Gales lead by 3, 23-20. Palmer's going to bring the ball down. She's working it on the right-hand side. She's being guarded by Prusman. They get it over to Huss. Huss on the left, looks to get it into the center, and she does. To Lurson, looks and gets to Horn. Horn made a nice move underneath, came right into the bucket, got the pass, and went up on the left-hand side, up and good. 25-20 Gales. 6 minutes left here in the quarter. Barnfist looking to get it inside to Davis. She does. Davis, a couple of moves. She's going up against Horn. Oh, blocked by Horn. That's her third block at least for the night, and she passes it to Coleman. Fourth block, I'm told, here by my handy stat man. Get the ball up top now. Huss has it, passes all the way over to the right-hand side to Lurson. Lurson works it back up top. Bounce pass underneath. Palmer made a nice move. She got knocked to the ground, but the ball went in. No foul called, but it's 27-20. Gales up by 7. Timeout called now. We're going to go back to studio. This is Gale basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gale basketball here. It's Gale Gymnasium. Gales are up 27-20. Lynx have the ball. They do get it underneath. 3-second violation in there. They're going to call that one on Prusman as she kind of set up camp in the lane. That's a lot of 3-second calls down there. People are just kind of forgetting that rule. The lane's even got a different color. If you see it on camera, you know. The lane is a darker color for the wood. You know where it is. Don't stay in there. All right. Gales have the ball. They get it into free throw line. Long pass over the head of Lurson, and that's going to be given to, then it's going to be Barnfist. She's driving down against Palmer. Comes into the lane. Couple of moves. Nothing there for her. Prusman up top. Pardon me, Wright. Wright comes in. Hook shot around the way. Missed it, but there's Davis just sitting there. Got the rebound, put it up and in. 27-22. Palmer's going to bring the ball into play for the Gales, and she's going to be picked up by Prusman right at the three-point line. She does a nice little dribble over, outside to Huss, back down in the corner now to Palmer. Palmer passes up to the top of the key to Schlins. Couple of moves on her. She's coming to the free throw line, finds Lurson down on the right-hand side. She tries to get it in. She does to Horn at the free throw line. Nice move by Horn. She's going to come into the lane, up and good, as she made her way right around Davis and put the layup in from the left-hand side. 7-point lead again, 29-22. Barnfist gets the ball over to Wright. Wright has it, comes down towards the lane. She goes baseline, 12-foot jumper, no good. Palmer with the rebound. Gales lead by 7, 4:13 left in the third quarter. She works it over to Horn. Horn has it far side, just inside the three-point line. She puts up the pass, or the shot, no good. Lynx got the rebound, but just threw it out and got it right to Huss. Gets it down in the corner to Palmer, puts up the three, not there, but Horn got the rebound, puts up that no good. She puts up a second shot, and she's going to be fouled by Davis. She's going to go to the line now, shooting 2, after she got 2 rebounds and 2 attempts, didn't make them, but she got fouled, so that's just as nice if she makes them both, I guess. She's a 50% free throw shooter, like we talked about earlier. First shot is up and no good. Substitutions coming in as Flaherty's coming in and Huss is going out for the Lynx. Out goes Davis and Wright, and in came Van Deer, and I can't see the other number. Second shot is up and good. Horn makes it. Gales go up by 8, their largest lead of the game here. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. Barnfuss is going to bring the ball into play for the Lynx. They get it over to Van Deer, down inside to Poppin. Poppin, top of the key to Burns. Burns, right-hand side. Van Deer, she bounces past inside to Poppin. Underneath, too late, not there. Three-pointer on the way from Barnfuss outside. Long shot, rebounded by Flaherty. Flaherty gets it up to Schlins, who gives it to Palmer, and the Gales are going to get a chance to extend their lead a little more. Schlins, left-hand side, three-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good, rebounded by Horn. She's underneath, takes it up, no good, but rebounded by Palmer. She goes up for the shot, knocked down, no good. They get the ball to Burns, and it's stripped out of her hands by Schlins. Nice defense on that one. Gales get control again. So here comes Palmer working the left-hand side. She's at the three-point line, comes in a little bit, drives baseline, nice spin move as she came out of it. Oh, nice floating little layup right off the front of the rim. It's good. Gales lead by 10. We're getting a timeout called by Webster City. We'll go back to studio. This is Gale basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Welcome back to basketball here, Gale fans, as the Gales are up 32-22. Lynx are going to get the ball. I want to say thank you to Flooring American Design Center, your source for top-quality flooring, cabinets, and countertops in Fort Dodge. Explore their wide range of options from carpet and hardwood to tile and vinyl. Their experienced team provides expert installation and satisfaction guaranteed. Thank you, Flooring America. Nice strip on that one. They got the ball to Burns, and Lurson just stripped it right out of her hands. Gives the ball to Palmer. Gales up by 10, 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. Chance to extend the lead even more. Left-hand side to Schlin. She is well off the three-point line. That would have been a Caitlin Clark type three if she would have taken that one. They get the ball inside to Horn. She's going to dribble down into the lane. Nice spin move. Oh, the ball gets stolen or knocked out of her hands by Poppin on that one, but the Gales maintain it. Three-pointer on the way from Schlins. Top of the key. It's good. Gales are now up by 13 here. I had to put 3 and 10 together in my head, folks. Those aren't hard numbers, but they're hard for me. Quick pass down to Poppin for the, oh my goodness gracious. They got a nice pass to Poppin underneath. She went up for a shot and was just rejected by Horn. I mean, she hit that ball so hard you'd have thought she was trying to train it. All righty, here comes Poppin. Gets the ball in the inbound pass. Short shot goes no good into the hands of Prusman. She goes up for the shot. It misses. Lurson gets the rebound. Here come the Gales, up by 13. 2 minutes left. Palmer has the ball, left-hand side, working it down to set up the offense. Gets it underneath the Horn. Horn is right inside the lane. Nice move to one side. Oh, she gives it out to Flaherty. Thought she had him beat underneath, but she decides to give it up and wait for a better shot. Nice turnaround, floating jump shot on the way. Ball's loose on the ground. It's still there, but it's going to be picked up by Poppin. So the Lynx get the rebound. 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Barnfuss brings the ball top of the key. She dribbling around, gets it to Davis. Davis is at the free throw line just outside the lane. Pass on that one, just wasn't looking, and she got it, missed it. Lurson picked it up, tries to get it to Flaherty. Flaherty can't keep a hand on it, and it's going to go into the hands of Prusman. So the Lynx get the ball back after losing that last one. They get it to Poppin. Poppin being guarded by Schlins. They get it off to Wright. Wright works just inside the three-point line. Davis at the free throw line. Shot is up, rebounded by Lurson. Here come the Gales. A minute left here in the third quarter. Palmer's going to set things up. We're going to have, I think we got an injury timeout. Someone got poked in the face or something. Yeah, so out goes Barnfuss, and out goes Schlins. In comes Huss for the Gales, and in comes Van Deer for the Lynx. So 1 minute left. That was an official timeout. Nobody called that one, just he noticed the player was injured. And here comes Huss with the ball back to Palmer. Palmer working on the right-hand side. She comes into center, gets it outside the three-point line to Huss. Huss working left-hand side, right to Lurson, top of the key. Couple of dribbles. She comes in, gets it to Flaherty. Flaherty gives it over to Palmer. Palmer working it right-hand side. Looking for an opening. Finds Lurson inside the lane. Nice give and go. She got it to Lurson. She broke to the hoop. Got it right back to Palmer. She puts it up and in. Gales are up by 15. 37-22 with 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Wright has the ball. She's working left to right. She comes back over to the right-hand side. Comes down baseline. Pass underneath to Davis. She got it up. Shot's no good, but she's going to get fouled by Flaherty. Flaherty just was the wrong place, wrong time. She was moving a little bit. Davis came at her. Tried to get out of the way. She tried to put her arms up, but gets called for the foul. That's her first foul. That's the Gale third foul. And Davies is going to go to the line shooting two. She is a 55% free throw shooter, and the first one is off the front of the rim and in. Worked that ball right in. Flaherty's going to come out for the remaining 23 seconds, and Schlins is going to come in. One shot now here for Davis. Another substitution. Out goes Poppin, in comes Burns. Want to say thank you to Lofesweiler, offering professional guidance with personal and specialized attention before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Their reputation for honesty and integrity is very well known as their most valuable asset. Shot was no good. Palmer gets the rebound. 21 seconds left in the quarter. Gales will set up for the last shot. Give it to Huss, right-hand side. She's on the Gale logo. Finds Lurson, the free throw line, to Horn. Horn outside the lane. She's going to drive in from up top. She's going to come. Nice spin move. Puts the ball up. Turn around. Missed it. Van Deer got the rebound. 3 seconds left. Being guarded by Palmer. She's not going to get the shot off because she doesn't realize at the time. That's the quarter. Gales are going to go in 37-23. Up by 14 points. Here, this is Gale basketball on Sunday 99.7, YourFortDodge.com. Get the ball up top now. Huss has it, passes all the way over to the right-hand side to Lurson. Lurson works it back up top. Bounce pass underneath. Palmer made a nice move. She got knocked to the ground, but three-point line. Comes in a little bit, drives baseline. Nice spin move as she came out of it. Oh, nice floating little layup right off the front of the rim. It's good. Gales lead by 10. We're getting a by Poppin on that one, but the Gales maintain it. Three-pointer on the way from Schlins. Top of the key. It's good. Gales are now up by 13 here. I gather in my head, folks. Those aren't hard numbers, but they're hard for me. Quick pass down to Poppin for oh my goodness gracious. They got a nice pass to Poppin. Flaherty gives it over to Palmer. Palmer working it right-hand side. Looking for an opening. Finds Lurson inside the lane. Nice give and go. She got it to Lurson. She broke to the hoop. Got it right. Welcome back, Gale fans. To start this fourth quarter, Gale's got the ball. They got it underneath to Eden Horn. She put up a shot, missed it, got her own rebound, put it back up, and good. Gales went up by 15 at that point in time. Then they came back down, and Davis took a shot and missed it, got a rebound, and put it back up. And now it's 14-point lead here for the Gales, 39-25. Horn has the ball. She's coming around right to the free throw line, passes it out to Lurson, who can't quite keep a hand on a fast pass out there, and she steps out of bounds with the ball. So 7:03 left. Gales lead by 14, 39-25. That sound of the game was brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you'll find affordable, quality solutions for all your home health care needs. Wheelchair Dynamics is located at 1406 A Street West in Fort Dodge, next to Tom Thumb. All right, here come the Lynx. They're going to call a travel underneath. They got the pass into Davis. Davis working inside against Horn, and she just knows you don't want to be taken up against her. She's got 5 rejections tonight, smacking that ball around, and so everybody's a little tentative taking it in. They know she's just waiting for her dinner. Here comes Palmer, working the right-hand side. She gets the ball top of the key, bounces loose, and gets it back to Palmer. She's going to come into the lane, splits a couple of defenders, and they're going to call jump ball on that one as she went in, and it was grabbed by Barnfuss. Good defense there by Barnfuss as she saw the opportunity to tie it up. and that's going to give turnover. The possession arrow goes to the Lynx. So up by 14, 6:30 remaining here in the game. Biggest lead of the game so far has been 16 points. Right now they got the ball over. Here comes Prusman. As she goes down the lane, they're going to call a block on Schlins. She was trying to drive it in. I don't know that she was shooting. Nope, they're going to call it on the ground. Good call. She was not in the act of shooting at that point in time. So underneath, they're going to get the ball. 35 seconds on the shot clock. Taking their time getting the ball in. They finally get to Davis. She's at the free throw line. Finds Prusman underneath. She's going to go up against Schlins. They take it to Barnfest. Barnfest comes down the lane. Rejected by Palmer, but gets her own rebound back out top. There comes Wright with a long three-pointer on the way. No good. Ball's knocked loose, and Schlins gets the rebound. We talked about her pregame. Schlins is incredible in terms of rebound. She just ends up in the right place so many times. Here comes Palmer, just inside the three-point line. Shot on the way. No good. Ball's on the ground. Oh, picked up by Schlins. Puts a nice little floater off the backboard and in. Gales go up by 16 once again. And here come the Lynx. Barnfest brings the ball. She's picked up right at half court by Palmer. Pick being set on her by Davis, but doesn't go through. Davis now has the ball at the free throw line. All the way across to Burns, left-hand side. Now underneath to Davis. Davis works it up against Horn, who blocks it again. Nice basketball move. They're going to call it out of bounds. She was going out of bounds. Threw the ball right at Prusman, who was standing on the line. It hits her and goes out. Gales get the ball. That is 6 blocks today. Man, I'll tell you what, as hungry as I am, I would like to be eating that ball as much as she is tonight. Oh, my goodness gracious, folks. 6 blocks tonight. That's got to be at least tied with a high. And we're only just beginning here in the fourth quarter. 5:32 remaining in the game. Gales up 41-25, 16-point lead. Three-pointer by Palmer. On the way, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Barnfuss. Horn had her hand on it. Was stripped out of her hand by Poppin. Quickly got it down. There's Prusman. She gets underneath. Shot goes up, no good. Horn gets the rebound. Spins her arms around a little bit, gets control of it, gives it to Palmer. 5-10. Here comes Palmer. Working down the left-hand side. Quickly gets it to Lurson. Lurson has the ball. Underneath. Horn. Nice move by her. She's going to take the ball up and in. She goes from the right-hand side. Spin move. 6 foot out. Puts it off the backboard. It's good. Gales are now up by 18. The Lynx give the ball back to Barnfest. Comes across the logo and sets up. They get the ball right at the free throw line. New player in, and that's going to be Neidiger. Neidiger gets the ball, passes it out to the right-hand side to Burns. Back up top. Now it's Poppin in the lane. Get it to Neidiger. Underneath against Horn. Not there. She can't put that one up. I don't know if it was blocked partially or not. She at least tipped it anyway because that ball did not go forward, just straight up. All right, Lurson has the ball. Left-hand corner. Gets it back up to Huss. Huss working right to the center now, and that's going to be Palmer working top of the key. To Horn. Horn just inside the three-point line on the other side of the court. Long shot, no good. Poppin gets the rebound for the Lynx. She gets it to Barnfuss, and they're going to set up their offense. Barnfuss being guarded by Palmer. Tight guard on this one. She's working it. Barnfuss works it down. Tries to get underneath. She does to Neidiger. Neidiger tried to bounce pass inside to Prusman. Bad pass it outside to Burns. Deflected out of bounds by Lurson. She is just on it like Blue Bonnet. Knows where that ball is going to be going. May not get her hands on it, but she's knocking it out of bounds. There's a timeout called. We got 4:02 remaining here in the game. This is Gale basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Welcome back, Gale. Fans like to say thank you to ServPro. They provide 24 emergency service and is the area's #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. They handle the cleanup jobs you wouldn't want anything to do with, serving Webster, Calhoun, Hamilton, Pocahontas, and Wright counties. Call them at 955-4009 like it never even happened. We have an inbound come for the Lynx. They got it up top to Poppin. Poppin took a little bit of a trip there, and she's called for traveling. Gales get the ball, leading by 18, 43-25, 3:54 remain in this game. Here comes Palmer, going to bring it across. Looks like Wright's going to pick her up, but not until she gets at least to the three-point line. They get it over to Horn, right-hand side, just inside the three-point line. She's going to drive baseline. Right there up against Neidiger. She gets moved around. The ball is going to be, pass goes out of bounds. I thought it was deflected by the Lynx. It wasn't. They're going to say it was just a bad pass. It goes out of bounds. Gales turn the ball over. Here come the Lynx. Full court press now in by the Gales. They get it all the way across court, and that's going to get to Prusman. Prusman gets it to Burns, left-hand side across the timeline. Top to Prusman. Prusman working down the right-hand side. Puts up about an 18-footer. Long shot, no good. Rebounded by Poppin. Poppin baseline, gets it to Davis. Davis puts up a jump shot. No good. Palmer gets the rebound. Here come the Gales. 3:18 remaining in the game. Palmer comes right inside the free throw line. Outside shot, three-pointer. Huss on the way, off the back of the rim. Rebound is loose. They're going to get it. Lurson. Lurson picks that one up. Gives the ball to Palmer. She's down in the right-hand corner. Good pick set by Huss. Palmer comes up to the free throw line. Back top of the key to Lurson. Over to Huss. Huss at the right-hand side, down low. Being guarded by Prusman. She's going to get the ball out to Palmer. Palmer works at baseline. Gets it. Oh, nice pass. Deflected out of bounds by Burns. Was going to Flaherty. Knocked out of bounds. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gales have the ball underneath their own basket. While we're waiting for this one to go, I want to say thank you to Micos and Matt Furniture. Customer service and quality furniture have been the focus of Micos and Matt since 1953. They offer a wide selection of furniture and decor in their 18,000 square foot showroom, 5th Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Gales get the ball in. Palmer has it. 7 on the shot clock. Horn on the inside. Spin around jumper, and it's good. Horn now has 17 points on the night. 2:34 remaining here in this game. They get the ball over to Poppin. Poppin inside pass to Davies. Up top now, and that's going to be Prusman. She's at the free throw line. Couple of moves. Back to Davis underneath. All rejected. That's number 7. Oh, my goodness. She is just eating Davis's lunch. Oh, my goodness, goodness, goodness. All right, here comes Palmer. She's working the right-hand side. Three-pointer on the way. Top of the key. Off the rim, no good. Rebound knocked loose by Horn. Gets to Huss. Huss puts up a three-pointer from the left-hand corner. It's good. Gales are now up by 23, 48-25. We got a timeout called, full timeout. We'll go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Welcome back, Gale fans. Remember to stick around after the game for the Daniel Tire postgame show. For 100 years, Daniel Tire has been the place to go for tires and automotive service in Fort Dodge. If you need tires replaced, Daniel Tire has replacements to fit your needs from the brands you trust. Stop by and see them at 520 1st Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Coming out of the timeout, the Lynx have the ball. The shot is taken off in the corner. That one thrown up by Van Deer, missed, and Gales get the ball to come back. Gales are playing both Ava Andrew and Ava Underberg. They get the ball inside to Andrews. She goes up for the shot. No good, but she's going to be fouled by Poppin. So Andrews going to go to the line, shooting 2. I don't believe she's had the opportunity yet. No, she's a 50% free throw shooter. She is 1 for 2 on the season. She has a chance to get a couple more here. Gales up 48-25. First shot, no good as it's a little long. Henry coming up, giving her, hey, calm down. You got this. You got this. She's just happy to be playing, happy to get in there. Coach is giving her some quality time tonight. Again, she's one of our seniors. Second shot on the way and good as she's in the record books for this game. 49-25. Gales are up by 24. Schlins comes out and it looks like, Heldorfer's in. So we've got Flaherty, Lurson, Heldorfer, Underberg, and Andrew. Right now in for that, it's going to be Isabel Winshik. She goes for a three-pointer. It's up and good from the left-hand side. Gales up by 21, 49-28. Ball is down to Lurson, left-hand side. Pardon me, the right-hand side. They give it back to Flaherty. Flaherty gets the ball inside to Underberg. Nothing there for Underberg. Back out to Flaherty. Flaherty works it back to the top of the key. Passes over to Lurson. Lurson, three-pointer on the way. Rolls off the rim. It's no good. It's going to be rebounded by Neidiger, and she's going to get the ball over to Van Deer. Van Deer works it down quickly, gets it to Poppin, left-hand side, back up top of the key to Van Deer. Down low on the right-hand side. Shot on the way, three-pointer by Winashik. She makes it again. That is 2 in a row for her. One from the left, one from the right. Don't know why they didn't have her in there earlier, popping those threes. 49-31, 18-point lead, 44 seconds remaining in the game. Lurson has the ball, gets it to Andrew, top of the right at the free throw line. All the way over to Flaherty. Flaherty working the right-hand side, back to Lurson. Lurson, three-pointer on the way, no good. I think that was meant to go off the board and try to get it to Underberg on a rebound. Wasn't. It was rebounded by the Lynx. Winashik has the ball. She bounce passes over to Burns. Burns, three-pointer from the right-hand side, up and good. They are hitting three-pointers now like it's their job. 49-34, Gales up by 15. 15 seconds left. It's a little too much or not enough too late. I don't even know what the phrase would be for that, but 9 seconds. Gales have the ball. They get it to Underberg. Take the shot, Underberg, they're saying. And she doesn't want to take it. They pass it to her again. Put it up. It's up and no good. And that's going to be the game, folks. Gales are going to win 49-34. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Welcome to the Daniel Tire post-game show as we kind of cover up, go real quickly over what happened with the girls' game. They won tonight, as we all saw, and that was just a nice game for the Gales. We're going to talk real quick, some stats. Not even going to look at the Webster City one. We just don't have time for that. Let's talk strictly Gales. We had Chloe Palmer with 13 points, Sophia Schlins with 10, Abby Huss with 8, Ava Andrew with 1. But the story of the night in our Sports Page Player of the Game, which is brought to you by Sports Page Bar and Grill in Fort Dodge. Bring out the entire family to enjoy your favorite teams. They have 44 flat-screen TVs. You can enjoy your favorite meal and drink while you enjoy this game at the Sports Page Bar and Grill in Fort Dodge with 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 rejections. And I'm not talking blocks. I'm not talking tipped shots. I am talking eating the ball so dominantly that it just was amazing, is going to be Eden Horn tonight. So freshman Eden Horn gets player of the game, 17 points. Once again, 8 blocks, 8 rebounds. She almost got a triple-double tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That is amazing. So that is going to be the wrap-up of this game. Gales win tonight, bring their record to 15-5. That is 3 times as many wins as losses. And this is it, folks. We go into the postseason. It's one and done from here for the Gales. And well, not one and done, but you get one chance. This is Gale basketball on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Hi, this is St. Edmond boys basketball coach Adolph Kokendorfer, and you're listening to your home for Gales boys basketball, Sunny 99.7.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by Peking Garden, Party Productions, Flooring America Design Center, Michael Boer American Family Insurance, Loffersweiler, Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress, Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery, and Danielle Lynch at Farm Bureau Financial Services. And now, here's Lance Lennon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the St. Edmond Gale Boys Basketball pregame show on Sunday 99.7. My name is Lance Lennon. Brock Freeman's back in the studio, and next to me is keeping stats is my brother-in-law, Robin. This evening's St. Edmond Gale Basketball pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. Well, the Gales were home last Friday in the conference matchup with Clear Lake Lions. In a game where the Lions tried to slow the pace and limit the Gales' transition game, St. Edmond showed they could win a half-court battle, securing a tough 48-44 victory. Clear Lake struggled to find any offensive rhythm against the Gales' length, with Carson Reiser leading the Lions with just 10 points. While Jackson McIntyre was a force on the boards with 10 rebounds, the Lions simply couldn't overcome a St. Edmond squad that refused to give up easy looks at the rim. The story of the night was Jacob Koopman. He led all scorers in the game and was perfect from beyond the arc, going 4 for 4 from the three-point range to add to his 17-point total, while adding 8 rebounds and 2 blocks. With Clear Lake selling out to double-team Hunter Horn and hold him to 12 points, the rest of the Gales stepped up beautifully. Carson Bargfried was lethal and efficient, contributing 13 points on just 9 shots. Hunter showed his veteran poise by impacting the game in other ways, though. He nearly secured another double-double with 9 rebounds, while Jack McElroy and the Gale defense forced the Lions into several key turnovers to keep the lead comfortable throughout the second half. Additionally, Grant Gallus held Carson Reiser to just those 10 points. Joining us now is Coach Adolph Kokendorfer. Coach, thanks for taking the time to talk to us here.
Yeah, that was a heck of a game, Lance.
It was. I told everybody, I think between that game and the girls' game, I aged about 10 years. That was but they were fun to watch.
Yeah, the girls played well. They hit some big shots down the stretch.
Yeah. Hey, so with Hunter Horn kind of tweaking his back and being double-teamed most of the game, Jacob Koopman really came to life. Talk to us a little bit about the sleeping giant that is Jacob.
He's long. We list him about 6'2", but his arms hang below his knees. He's a very instinct player, and uses that length really well. Like you said, he had 2 block shots. He's very capable of stepping out and hitting those shots. We've seen that before. He doesn't do it all the time. He did a great defensive job, too. I think he had a couple steals. He's just he's one of those kids that does about everything for you, and he does what you need as a team at that time.
Yeah, I read through social media and look at the posts, and one of the things I noticed, and quite a few people were saying Jacob is just a kid who gives 100% effort 100% of the time. I mean, there's no off.
No, there isn't. That's why, we try to get him out whenever we can. Give him some kind of a break once in a while.
Yeah. So you held a very disciplined Clear Lake team to just 44 points. Defensively, you seemed to be in sync, especially with Jacob and Hunter protecting the rim. What was the key to your defense that allowed you to frustrate their shooters for all 4 quarters?
Well, Grant did a great job. Grant Gallus did a great job on the Reiser kid. He really hurt us up there. So talking to other coaches and stuff, they kind of, and watching some film, we just decided to put Grant on him and not have Grant help off of him. Make sure you tried to face guard him or guard him as much as possible without helping anybody else defensively. And he did a super job. We did a good job on their bigs. We drew 3 charges, which is huge. We made it tough on their bigs, and we did a really good job on McIntyre, Jacob Koopman. Tried to keep him to one side of the floor where he's not as effective. So he got to his right a few times, but not very much. So we forced him to take jumpers that were contested. Jacob did a great job, and everybody else did too. We all helped in. I thought that Ty Miracle came off the bench and did a good job. He had some defensive rebounds. He drew a big charge. And Logan Hansen came in and did a good job. He had a bucket on a big pass from Jack McElroy. Jack did a good job defensively. He had 7 or 8 assists. And then, Carson Bartford hit big shots, got us going early. Carson's doing more off the dribble. He's getting other people open. And defensively, he had a good game.
Yeah, and it's like we said at the postgame, that's just one of those games that everybody's going to remember for a long time to come. It was just fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a big one. Like the numbers go, that was their first loss in the conference in 49 games. Can you imagine that? That doesn't happen very often.
No, that's a lot of games.
Yeah, and then this is the first time we've beaten them. They've won 19 straight from us. And so to get that one was really big. They just had a dominant team, and we came close a few times over the years, but we just couldn't get over the hump. So it was a good one to get. I think it helped our seeding quite a bit too. And that's so big.
Yeah, that game bumped you up to number 1 in Class 1A. So
yeah, it really did, and deservedly so. We earned that with that win. That's what you want to do, and that's what you tell the kids. It's all about earning stuff. When you earn it, you gain confidence. And if somebody gives you something, you just aren't really sure. You don't gain that confidence by going out there and knocking heads and earning it. So I was proud of them, and that's something that they can hang their hat on for a while. Now we got to get back to work.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break here. When we come back, we'll talk to you tonight about tonight's contest. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show on Sunday 99.7 is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing.
St. Edmond Gales basketball is on the air. Gales basketball is brought to you in part by CJ Bio of America, Plum Supply Kitchens and Bath, Fort Dodge Fiber, Jaden Electric, Riley Armstrong Plumbing and Heating, along with Sports Page Bar and Grill. Once again, here's Lance Lennon.
Welcome back, everybody, to the St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show here on Sunday 99.7. This evening, the St. Edmond Gales are set for a physical North Central Conference battle as they play host to the Webster City Lynx. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. So the Gales entered tonight's confidence with their contest with their confidence at an all-time high, especially following Jacob Koopman's light-out performance against Clear Lake. Hunter Horn remains the focal point for opposing defenses, averaging a massive 26.4 points and 9 rebounds per game. And he's supported, of course, by the sharp-shooting Carson Bargfried, who's having a career year at 14.1 points per game. And he shoots nearly 40% from behind the arc. Perhaps the most improved stat sheet is Jacob Koopman's three-point percentage, which has surged to 50%, making him a nightmare to guard in the post. Facilitating this high-powered offense of Jack McElroy, who continues to value the basketball and has a 3.7 assist-to-turnover ratio. And as always, Grant Gallus quietly menaces the opposing team with his stifling defense. The Webster City Lynx bring a hard-nosed, defensive-minded style of play to Fort Dodge. They're led by junior Coyce Bertrand, a versatile scorer, averaging 12.5 points a game. And he's joined by fellow junior Alex Staley and senior Jackson Griffith, who provide veteran experience in the backcourt. While the Lynx are disciplined, they have struggled with ball security this season, and with their primary playmakers currently averaging more turnovers than assists, Grant Aaron leads their efforts on the glass with 5.3 rebounds, but he still has his hands full tonight trying to keep the Gales away from the rim. For the Gales to be successful, they must exploit that turnover margin. If Jack and Grant can pressure the Webster City guards and turn those turnovers into transaction points for Horn, Bargfried, and Koopman, the Gales can prevent the Lynx from slowing the game down. Additionally, dominating the boards will be crucial as Horn and Koopman combine for nearly 18 rebounds a night, giving St. Edmond a significant advantage in the second chance opportunities. And back with us now is Coach K. Coach, welcome back.
Yeah, good to be back, Lance. If you look at the scores with Webster City, they've lost a lot of close games. And, they came out against us and really competed. And they also got their last year's point guard back. He had a bad knee injury from football, and he's come back the last couple games and starting to play off the bench. So that's not going to hurt him either. We expect a tough game.
Yeah, and like you said, it was not a blowout by any means down in Webster City last time you met.
it's one of those rivalry type games too. You know, the kids see each other all the time. They get to know each other, and the towns are so close to each other that it just becomes a rivalry over the years.
Well, hopefully tonight nobody's stolen anybody's girlfriend, and then we don't have that kind of rivalry going on. So just one question here in the second part of the interview is, it's the last regular season game of the year as well as senior night. What do you want people to remember about this year's seniors?
Well, the hard work they put in and the hard work they're throwing out there every game is good for young kids to see. They really developed that effort. They don't think twice about it. Now, when they go out on the floor, they play hard. And that'll translate to other things in life, too. When you don't have to, you just do that. That's a natural instinct, and that's a good thing to have. So that'd probably be it there, Lance, with that. It's also it's a shot to, possibly win the conference. Well, for sure tie for the lead, but maybe win it. You never know. And, we're not in that position very often. I think 2010 was the last time, we were part of the conference championship. We're the smallest school in that league by far. So it's really hard to overcome some of the size advantages that those other schools have with the athletes they can throw out there. We just don't quite have them. So to be in this position, I expect the players to go out and really put a good effort forth.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck tonight. We'll have your post-game Daniel Tyer interview after the game tonight.
Okay, thanks, Lance.
Thank you. So that was St. Edmond boys basketball coach Adolf Kokendorfer with us, the St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show on Sunday 99.7. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip-off. This evening's St. Edmond Gale basketball pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing.
As head coach of the 8th and 9th grade boys teams. He continued in that position from 1996 to 2009 and also served as the varsity boys assistant coach from 2001 to 2009. From 2010 to 2018, Pat coached the 8th grade boys once again. He was the varsity girls assistant coach from 2019 to 2020. He was continued as a boys varsity assistant coach from 2019 to present. Pat's dedication to St. Edmond basketball has impacted generations of student athletes, not only helping them grow as players, but also shaping them as young men and women of character. His loyalty, knowledge of the game, and steady presence on the sidelines have been invaluable in our program's success over the last 3 decades. Beyond the wins and losses, Coach O'Rourke has built lasting relationships and has been a mentor to countless students and fellow coaches. Here to present Pat with the plaque from St. Edmond is Gale's Activities Director, David Flattery. Please join us in thanking Pat O'Rourke Hello, and welcome once again to St. Edmond High School for the second half of tonight's North Central Conference varsity doubleheader between our guests, the Webster City Lynx, and your St. Edmond Gales.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of tonight's doubleheader. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Central Iowa Distributing. Businesses, get your custodial supplies and equipment, including cleaning chemicals, paper products, vacuums, and floor scrubbers from Central Iowa Distributing, serving Fort Dodge for over 40 years. I want to say thank you for the online streaming of the game, brought to you by Mitch Lund State Farm Insurance in Fort Dodge. Contact Mitch at 576-4171 today for home business and auto insurance. Mitch can also help you regarding mutual funds, investments, and annuities. Get a free quote. Also check out the website, golund.com. That is golund with 2 N's.com today. This evening's game can be found on yourfortdodge.com, Alexa, TuneIn app, and iHeartRadio. We're also streaming on the tubes out there, folks. If you're watching on YouTube, that video stream is presented by Trailhead CPAs and Advisors in Fort Dodge. Video can be seen on our YouTube channel, Sunny Facebook page, and you can find the link on our website at yourfortdodge.com. And it's all made possible by Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. There's also a streaming scoreboard, and that's brought to you by Kesterson Realty. When you need to buy or sell a home, business, or acreage, Kesterson Realty should be your first and last call. The professionals at Kesterson Realty ensure that every deal is easy, taking the stress out of buying and selling real estate. The Boys Spotlight player tonight is brought to you by Jessica Miracle at Fort Farm Bureau Insurance, and they remind you that students you see tonight are more than just what you see on the court. Tonight's player spotlight is Hunter Horn. Hunter Horn's favorite teacher is Mrs. Tooney. His favorite food is chicken and rice. Favorite TV show is Stranger Things. His favorite music is rap and R&B, and he says his biggest supporters are his parents. He says also, I want to have a special thank you to Lance Lennon. I can't believe these kids. They love me. Thank you, Jessica Miracle, Farm Bureau Financial Agent in Fort Dodge, for bringing us this player spotlight. Opening lineups tonight are going to be brought to you by Kingsgate Insurance. They design insurance and solutions specifically for you, working with you. They'll identify solutions that protect you against risk, suit your budget, and give you peace of mind. And you can expect to be treated when you work with Kingsgate Insurance downtown in Fort Dodge. And the tip-off is going to be brought to you by North Central Occupational Medicine and Walk-In Clinic. Get immediate help regarding illness, physicals, workers' comp injuries, drug screens, cosmetic Botox injections, and weight loss management. They are the walk-in clinic north of the fire station in Fort Dodge. They are getting ready to do the jump ball right now. Horn gets it, passes it back quickly to McElroy. But let's go through our starting lineups for the Webster City Lynx coming in tonight with not as good a record as the Gales. I don't have it in front of me, so I apologize. It's number 1, Alex Staley. 3, Joyce Coyce Bertrand. Shot right away, put up and good. Gales go up 2-0, and that shot was made by Jacob Koopman. Number 10, Grant Ahrens. Number 11, Jackson Griffith, and number 42, Zach Lair. The Lynx are coached by Brett Ratcliffe, Zach Stevenson, Mark Davis, and Tony Woodall. And your Gale starters, all seniors. Hunter Horn wearing number 34, who just got the steal, and the Gales have the ball down there. Pass the ball to number 10, Jack McElroy, another senior. As he passed the ball back into Horn, who goes up for the shot. He doesn't make it, but he is fouled. We also have number 5, Jacob Koopman, one of the captains, a senior. And then number 42, Carson Bargfried, the senior guard. Gales are coached by Adolf Kokendorfer, Pat O'Rourke, and Mitchell Rasmussen. Pat O'Rourke was just recognized for 30 years of service. I believe he's retiring this year, too. And both those coaches will be missed, Kokendorfer and O'Rourke. First shot by Horn is up, and it is good. The Gales lead 3-0 with 7:23. We got a lot of information to you real quick there, and thank you for joining us here tonight in our doubleheader and listening in. We appreciate all your patronage. We got Horn at the line, getting ready for his second shot. He is a 72% free throw shooter. Second shot was no good. Rebound on that one went to Zach Lair. Lair passes the ball out, gives it to Staley. Staley works over on the right-hand side. Down in the corner, gets to Griffith. Griffith, guarded by McElroy, tries to get the ball inside. They do get it, and it's in the hands of Ahrens. Ahrens loses. Nope, that's not Ahrens. That's Pete Lair. Lair had the ball underneath. He got stripped and knocked it out of bounds, so good defense by the Gales. Gales up 3-0, 7:07 left. McElroy calling the shots, isolates Horn. Horn comes baseline. He goes up underneath. Shot missed. Loose ball. He tries to get the rebound, bounces it around, and Lair gets it. 6:55. Here come the Lynx. Bertrand has the ball. Top center. He's going to work over to the right-hand side. Guarded by Gallus. They try to get the ball underneath. It passes off Grant Ahrens and basically thrown right to Koopman, who gets it to Gallus. He comes down the right-hand side into the lane, puts up a long shot. No good. Bargfried with the rebound. Puts up the putback. It is good. Gales up 5-0, 6:36 in the first. Staley going to bring the ball across the timeline, working the offense. Guarded by Koopman. Pick set. They switch. Now picked up by Horn. Pass up top to Griffith. Griffith looking top of the key, trying to make a move. Hands it off to Staley. Staley still working the right-hand side. Gets a pick set, and they switch. Koopman's on Staley. Pass gets inside. Now to Ahrens. Ahrens tries to drive into the lane. They're going to call a foul on Bargfried. Bargfried's going to pick up his first foul, first team foul, first foul of the game. Nope, second foul. There are 2 fouls out there. I missed one. There was one called earlier on Griffith. So 1-1 for the fouls. Lynx have the ball. It's back to Bertrand. Bertrand down the left-hand side. Top of the key is Griffith. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim. McElroy with the rebound. Here come the Gales. He quickly brings the ball over to Bargfried. Bargfried, nice move. Looked like he was going to put the three-pointer. Doesn't go. Goes inside baseline. Puts up a shot, a floater. Missed it. Got the rebound. Gets it out to Horn. Gales are going to reset on this one. They give it back to Gallus. To McElroy. Way up in the logo up there. He's in the clover at center court. He's going to come down right-hand side into the lane. Couple of steps as he goes in. He got hammered. No foul called. They're letting him play. Rebounded by Ahrens. Ahrens gets the ball quickly down court. They get it inside underneath the Lair. Lair goes up. Really high shot. No good. He was directly under the basket. Couldn't make the shot. Koopman has the ball. He's coming down into the lane. Floater on the way. Oh, that was pretty. Just over everybody and straight down. 7-0 Gales. 5:20. Koopman now has, I believe, 4, along with Bargfried's 2 and Horn's 1. And that's all 7 points for the Gales. Oh, nice move defensively. Horn covers his man, and they give it to Ahrens. Ahrens at the top of the key, covered by Gallus. Back to Staley. Staley works down left-hand side. Goes up against everybody, and they're going to call Bargfried on that one again. Bargfried just in the wrong place, wrong time twice. He's gotten 2 fouls in the first quarter. As the Gales are up 7-0. So new shot clock, 35 seconds. Lynx are going to take it out underneath their own basket. Bargfried's going to come out. Miracle goes in. He's going to sit and think about what he's done for a little bit here. And Lynx work to get the ball in. They do. Quick inbound pass to Michelson. Michelson puts up the shot and missed. Rebound to Horn. Horn gets it out to the right-hand side. Koopman across the timeline very quickly. They're setting up the offense. To McElroy. Top of the key. He comes down left-hand side. Oh, they're going to call travel on that one. He took a couple of steps. He picked it up, looking for a good move, and just traveled. 7-0. 4:50 remains in the quarter. Inbound pass. Staley has the ball. Back over to Bertrand. Bertrand comes across the timeline, guarded by Gallus. Over now to Michelson. Michelson, quick give and go as Bertrand ran right back door on that one. Got it up and in. Webster City has their first 2 points. 7-2, Gales. Koopman has the ball. Left-hand side, works it down left-hand corner to McElroy. McElroy back up top to Horn. Horn just inside the three-point line. Shot on the way. Little long. Rebounded by Bertrand. Here come the Lynx down left-hand side. He's at the three-point line. Shot is up. Off the rim. No good. McElroy picks up the loose ball. He's going to run it up court real quick. He's across the timeline. Gives it to Gallus. Gallus comes up to the center to Koopman. Koopman over on the left-hand side to Miracle, who brings it back up top. There's Gallus. Back on the right-hand side now to McElroy. Horn has it at the free throw line. Gallus, three-pointer on the way. Nope. Yeah, it's good. I thought he was on the line. I thought they showed it too, but it's a 3. So three-pointer for Gallus, 10-2. Three-pointer on the way for Michelson for the Lynx. Missed it. Rebound was... Well, they got a lot of stuff going on here. So the rebound was McElroy. He came down, and what happened was Griffith came up underneath him. They went to the floor. Ball went flying out center court, and it was tied up between Bertrand and Gallus, who literally fell on top of each other. Lynx get the ball on the jump ball, possession arrow. Now it's in the hands of Carter Mickelson. Mickelson working left to center, way out in the logo. He's coming up against Miracle. Passes it over into the hands of Bertrand. Bertrand throws it up top of the key now in the hands of Ahrens. Ahrens gets it over to Michelson, left hand. Quick pass underneath. Nothing doing there as Staley had nothing for him. 11 on the shot clock. They get the ball to Ahrens. Ahrens passes the ball over to Griffith, left-hand side. Right-hand side. He comes in against the lane against McElroy. Goes in and makes the layup. With 1 second remaining on the shot clock, he came down and left-hand side, put it up and in. 10-4. Gales lead by 6. McElroy, a couple of nice moves. Passes the ball way over in the corner to Miracle. Miracle keeps a hand on it, gets it back up. Now McElroy has it in the lane, gets it to Hunter. Horn goes in. He's going to be fouled. No good on the shot, but he basically knocked down Ahrens, and they're going to call Ahrens with the block on that one. So Horn's going to go to the line shooting 2. He's 1 of 2 on his free throws right now. Remember we talked about him before. Shooting 72%. So statistically, he should make these next 2. And I just jinxed him. I'm sorry, folks. First shot is good. 11-4. Gales are up by 7, tying the largest lead of the game. Maybe it was 6. Doesn't matter. Gales are up by 7. 2:53 remaining. Second shot is no good. Told you I jinxed him. That's my fault. That should not go against the statistics. Lynx bring the ball down quickly. Michelson has the ball. He's back to the center, right in the logo, being guarded by Miracle. He's going to try and make a couple moves in. Not there, setting up the offense. Miracle's going to get called for the reach. Not happy with himself, but it was a reach on that one. That's going to be the third team foul for the Gales. 2:43 remaining in the quarter. Lynx are going to inbound the ball right in front of the Gale basket, or the Gale bench. They throw it in the back court to Michelson. Didn't reset the shot clock on that one, and they should have. Ball was passed around. It gets loose. It's on the inside. Put up by Griffith. Griffith puts the basket in and good. 5-point lead, 11-6, Gales. McElroy. Quick pass as he tried to go in. Oh, nice one. That was intercepted. Okay, so he went to pass it outside to Koopman. It was intercepted by Aarons, who got the ball in. He tried to throw the ball in. It was deflected by the Gales, but right into the Lynx. They bring it down court. Three-pointer by Staley, top of the key. It's now a 2-point game. 11-9. We got a timeout called. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. Tonight, there's Iowa State basketball tonight. It's on 540 KWMT. They play at 8 o'clock down at TCU. Iowa played at 5 o'clock. I'm not sure the outcome of that one yet, but that was on K97. Gales have the ball. Bring the ball up half court, and there's McElroy. Sits it up. Right-hand side to Koopman, outside the three-point line. He drives into the lane. Ball is stripped and falls into the hands of Michelson. Michelson gets the ball quick down court. That's going to be Bertrand. Down in the corner now to Aarons. To Griffith. Griffith comes baseline. A couple of moves. Nothing there. Then a nice pass out top to Griffith. He takes the shot. It misses. Here comes McElroy. Bounce pass to Gallus as he comes underneath. Going in for the layup. It's not there. He got fouled. And that's going to be argued. Griffith's got the foul. He's arguing, I was straight up. Well, you were straight up into him. And that's a foul. So that's his second foul. That's going to be the third foul for the Lynx. A minute 43. Gales up by 2. Gallus going to the line, shooting 2. Gallus, an almost 80% free throw shooter, and he lines up the first one. It's on the way, and it's good. I want to say thanks to Trailhead CPA PC. Your Trailhead CPA PC is your trusted advisor. Formerly Fort and Schlegel CPA PC. Trailhead's focuses you and your business with over 100 years of experience in agriculture, accounting, and taxation. You can trust Trailhead CPA PC. They'll be there to consistently advise you. Second shot by Gallus is on the way. Check Trailhead CPA PC out on Facebook today. Gales up 13-9, 4-point lead. Ball's in the hands of Staley. He's working left to right, coming down. Switches over, comes back to center. Hands the ball off to Bertrand. Bertrand, three-pointer on the way. Rebound. Nice attempt by McElroy, but it's stripped out of his hands and in the hands of Ruby. Shot is up, no good. Hansen gets the rebound and gets it over to Gallus. Gallus works up the left-hand side. Works down, gets it to Horn. Horn is up top, well outside the three-point line. He's going to try and work it in. Not there. Over to McElroy, right-hand side. McElroy comes down, baseline, back out to Horn. Horn, long pass over to Miracle in the right-hand corner. Three-pointer on the way. It was blocked, but he got the rebound right back. Underneath the Hansen. Nice move. As everybody collapsed on Miracle, left Hansen right underneath, open. He puts it up and in. Gales up by 6. 53 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bertrand has the ball, left-hand side. Gets it all the way across to Aarons. He's working at the top right. Hands off to Michelson. Long pass over to Bertrand again. Bertrand, left-hand side, works down the lane. The ball is on the ground, loose. He picks it up, passes it back out top. That's going to be Michelson. Three-pointer, two-pointer on the way. Nothing but nothing on that one. Rebounded by the Lynx. Out top to Staley. Staley gets the ball to Bertrand, comes into the lane. That ball's going to end up in the hands of Aarons. Outside, 3 seconds on the shot clock. I don't know if they realize it. Shot is up. No good. That shot clock violation didn't hit anything. Gales get the ball. That's good defense. 19 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Gales lead 15-9, 6-point lead, 19 seconds for last shot. No shot clock, of course. Here come the Gales. McElroy has the ball. He's going to work in center. Quick down to Hansen. Hansen on the bottom left-hand side. He's going baseline. Not there, but outside now goes to Gallus. Gallus gets the ball, throws it back in. 6 seconds on the clock. It's intercepted. Down one three-pointer from Staley. Up off the rim, no good. That's going to be the first quarter, folks. Gales lead 15-9. Going into the end of the first quarter. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
That sound of the game brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you'll find affordable, quality solutions at Wheelchair Dynamics for all your home health care needs. Located at 1406 A Street West in Fort Dodge, next to Tom Thumb. Gales start the second quarter. Ball is up and no good. Rebounded by the Lynx, and they're up, setting up their offense now at the other end of the court. Good coverage by Koopman as they finally get the ball into the hands of Griffith. Griffith down in the corner now. Shot on the way. Three-pointer. That was by Staley. No good. Rebounded by McElroy. Long pass to Gallus. Back to McElroy, who's coming into the lane. Picks up the ball. Gets it to Koopman. They're going to slow things down. Left-hand corner to Gallus. Back up top now to McElroy. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim. No good. Horn with the rebound. He's looking to go inside with it. No, goes back outside to the three-point line. Coming one-on-one up there against Ahrens. He goes inside, misses the shot. Rebound, tipped by him. Put up and in by Bargfried. 19-9. Gales lead by 10. Largest lead of the game. Here come the Lynx. They get the ball down. It's going to be to Staley, right-hand side. He gets it top of the key in the hands of Ahrens. Ahrens going up against Horn, tries to drive down the thing. No good. Outside to Staley. And they call a charge on that one as he ran right into Koopman. A little bit of contact. Charge. Gale's going to get the ball on the turnover. 10-point lead. That's going to be the first foul of the quarter. And the first foul on the Lynx. And that's also going to be Staley's first foul. A lot of firsts there. All right. Gales with a 10-point lead. 6:45 remaining in the quarter. McElroy's going to bring the ball into play. Lost the dribble, but picked it back up. He comes down inside. Passes off to Horn. Oh, he lost the handle, but the Lynx that grabbed it, that would have been Michelson. He was on the line, so it's out of bounds. Gales maintain control, 25 seconds on the shot clock. We want to say thank you to Michael Booher, American Family Insurance. As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael can offer you dependable auto, home, business, health, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. See him at American Family Insurance on Facebook today. Long shot by McElroy, misses totally. Rebounded by Staley for the Gales. Staley gets up across the timeline, guarded by Koopman. He works it over the right-hand side. Pass, it deflected out of bounds by Bargfried, so it's going to go out of bounds. Lynx are going to get the ball. 25 seconds on the shot clock, 6:17 in the quarter. Gales lead 19-9. McElroy's going to come out, and looks like Miracle went in, so McElroy's going to get a bit of a breather. Pass goes all the way to the backcourt to Bertrand, who gives it to Michelson. Michelson in the bottom right-hand corner. Bounce pass up into Bertrand. Bertrand, top of the key. Ball is stripped by Gallus, and Gallus quickly gets ahead of him, goes down the left-hand side, goes in for the layup. No good, but rebounded by Bargfried, who puts it right back up and in. 21-9. Gales. That was a nice defensive move by Gallus as he went down. He was met by, on that one, Zach Lair. Here come the Lynx. They try and get it. They do inside to Staley. Ball just goes flying out of bounds, but they're going to call a foul. And they're going to say, I think they're going to call it on Bargfried. No. Not sure who they're calling. They haven't decided yet who it's going to be on. Yeah, that's Bargfried. He's going to pick up his third foul in the second quarter. Doing great on the offensive rebounds, not doing so hot on the defensive side. First shot by Staley is up and in. Staley, a 69% free throw shooter. 21-10. Gales up by 11. Bargfried knows that he's going to go sit for a little bit, so in comes McElroy. So we've got Koopman, Horn, McElroy, Miracle, and Gallus. Second shot by Staley is up and on the way. It's good. Gales lead by 10, 21-11. McElroy calling for Gallus, gets it down to the left-hand side. Gallus gets the ball to Horn, top of the key. All the way across, that was deflected, was going to go to McElroy, deflected out of bounds by Staley. 24 on the shot clock, Gales get the ball in front of the Webster City bench. McElroy going to inbound. A couple of substitutions coming in now for the Lynx. We got Aarons back in the game along with Staley, Michelson, Lear, and Aarons. All right, Gallus has the ball on the corner to Horn. Horn, right-hand corner, back up top to Koopman. Koopman down to the free throw line, gets it to McElroy. McElroy coming down the right-hand side, hands it off to Horn. All the way out to Miracle. Three-pointer from the left-hand side, up and off, just barely off the rim. Rebounded by Staley, and here come the Lynx. 5:14 remain in the quarter and in the half. Picks up his dribble, gets the pass down to Michelson, left-hand side. Guarded by Michelson, looks like pick's going to be set by Lair. Oh, shot up and good. That was a three over Horn. That is a nice three. 21-14, Gales by 7. Koopman has the ball, left-hand corner. He comes baseline. Guarded quickly, he passes it out. Now it's at McElroy, top of the key. He drives in there, outside to Koopman. Three-pointer on the way, and took a victory lap, but came out. I thought that one was going to drop for him. Gales still up by 7. 4:33 remain here in the game, or the half, not the game. Okay, ball is now over to Aarons. Aarons has it right on the corner of the free throw line. Back out front to Staley. Down the right-hand corner. That's going to be to Mickelson. He was looking for a cutter. Nobody showed up. Back top of the key to Griffith. Griffith makes a couple of moves. He's going up against Horn. Picks up his dribble. Outside to Mickelson. Mickelson comes all the way back top center to Staley. Staley on the left-hand side. Oh, he traveled. He walked on that one. Nice move, but he drug his foot. So that's definitely a travel. That's a turnover. Gales get the ball. 4:10 remaining in the half. Up 21-14. 7-point lead. McElroy's going to bring the ball right across the logo. Gets it at the top of the key, left-hand side to Gallus. Gallus gets it to Horn, I thought that was a travel, but they didn't call it. Floater on the way, no good, and then he's going to be called over the back on that one. So he missed the shot while he was in there. He did go over the back of the player, so he's going to pick up his first foul, second team foul. 3:54. Substitutions going in, Lair's going out, and Ruby coming in for the Lynx. Lynx going to inbound the ball. Here comes Bertrand. He's going to bring the ball into play for the Lynx as he's met by Gabe. They give it back to Bertrand. He's right at the free throw line, outside to Michelson. Michelson drives into the lane, floater up to nothing. Gallus gets the rebound. Give it to Miracle, down low, right-hand side to Koopman. Bounce pass to McElroy. Nice pass out to Gallus on the right-hand side. Top there. Now it's back to Horn. Horn makes a move into the lane. Outside to McElroy. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Nothing but net on that one. Gales go back up by 10. 24-14. 3:20 remains here in the second half. Griffith has the ball. He's sitting in the logo. Calling for the plays here. Works it down the right-hand side. Looks to get it inside. Can't find anybody. Gets it to Ruby. Ruby in the corner. Picked up his dribble. Caught a cutter. And that would have been Bertrand. Bertrand puts up a shot. No good. Ball is bouncing around. Koopman gets the rebound, and here come the Gales. He's quickly across the line. Saw an opening. Wasn't there. He wisely pulled it up and gave it to McElroy, so let's set up the offense. Miracle has the top of the key. Gallus, right-hand side. Back to Horn at the free throw line. Horn looks to drive in the lane. Couple of moves. He does. Moves around. Nice little turnaround shot. It goes in from about 8 foot out. 26-14. Gales had the biggest lead of the game, 12 points. 2:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Ball goes down to Ruby in the corner. He puts up a three off the rim, bounces around and out of bounds off the Lynx. Gales get the ball. It's going to be 2:30 left here in the quarter. Got a couple of people tying their shoes out there. And while they're tying their shoes, let's say thank you to Danielle Lynch at Farm Bureau Financial Service. They don't say two birds with one stone. They say two damages, one deductible. With Farm Bureau, if your home and auto are both damaged in one storm, you only pay one deductible. Talk to Danielle today in Fort Dodge about the one deductible advantage. Give her a call at 515-955-1050 today. All right, pass went just out of bounds there on the Gales. Don't know, just I think pass went left, runner went right, out of bounds. Gales turned the ball over. Lynx have the ball, down by 12, 26-14, 2:24 remaining in the half. They get the ball to Bertrand, who's going to bring the ball into play. He's being guarded by Gallus. Looks like a pick's being sent, so they switch. Koopman picks him up. They're going to call 3 seconds in the lane. That's all I can think. I don't know what they called on that one, or carry, something. They called something, and that's a turnover. And we got a timeout. So let's go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Welcome back, Gale fans. Here we are, second quarter of the Gales' second game of the doubleheader as the Gales take on the Lynx, leading 26-14. McElroy brings the ball up court and into play. Gets it to Gallus on the left-hand side. Gallus coming back up to center, drives into the lane, loses the handle but picks it back up. Passes out to McElroy, three-pointer on the way from the left-hand side, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Mickelson for the Lynx. He gets the ball over to Staley. Staley comes across the timeline, long pass all the way over to Griffith. On the left-hand side. That was a long pass past about 16 people. All right, ball's in the hands of Bertrand. He's right at the lane. Nothing there. He has to pass it back out top to Griffith. Griffith drives in against Koopman. He gets to the left-hand side. Layup is up and good. McElroy's going to bring the ball up for the Gales. He gets it to Horn. Horn works to the right-hand side. He's at the free throw line to Gallus, top of the key. McElroy, right-hand side. McElroy bring him back up top. Long pass over to Gallus on the left-hand side. Inside to Koopman. Back out to Gallus. Three-pointer from the left-hand side. Up and, in and out, but Koopman got the rebound. Nice move. He put in a couple of moves. He's going to get fouled on the shot. He puts it up and in. They're going to call that one, I'm assuming on Bertrand by the way he looked. Nope, they're going to call that one on Aarons. Bertrand looked like he thought it was on him and he was upset, but it's on Aarons. That's going to be Aaron's second foul. That's going to be the second team foul. Minute 16 left in the half, and Koopman's going to go to the line shooting too. Koopman shooting 66% from the free throw line. Sets up for his first shot tonight. And it is up and on the way. Good. Let's thank Fort Dodge Fiber. Register today for cutting-edge technology and lightning-fast broadband at FortDodgeFiber.com. Thank you for supporting tonight's broadcast. And Sports Page Bar and Grill. Bring out the entire family to enjoy your favorite teams. They have 44 flat-screen TVs. You can enjoy your favorite meal and drink while you enjoy the game at Sports Page Bar and Grill in Fort Dodge. Second shot up and good, as the Gales now have a 12-point lead, 28-16, 1:16 left in the half. As the Lynx bring the ball into play, it's Staley, left-hand side, makes a move down, back up top to center. Hands it off to Bertrand, back to Staley. Staley, another move, he spins around, gets it outside. That's going to be Griffith, three-pointer on the way, in and out, rebounded by McElroy. McElroy, quick pass to the left-hand side to Gallus. Gallus gets the horn, comes down the center, up, and it's good. No, they're going to call a charge on that one. Not sure on that. The kid was not set. He was backing out of the way, but they call Horn for the charge as he went up and in. So Horn's going to pick up his second foul. He's asking the ref, what did I do wrong? No, it's not the ref that called it, though. Left-hand side, makes a move down, back up top to center. Hands it off to Bertrand, back to Staley. Staley, another move. He spins around, gets it outside. That's going to be Griffith, three-pointer on the way, in and out, rebounded by McElroy. McElroy, quick pass to the left-hand side to Gallus. Gallus gets the horn, comes down the center, up, and it's good. No, they're going to call a charge on that one. Welcome back, Gale fans. 51 seconds remaining in the half. We looked at the replay on that one, and yes, it was a charge. So good call by the refs on that one. Not that I didn't complain about that one. My wife would say I complained about some of the calls. That one, I was like, I don't know. I also want to say thank you to CJ Bio of America. They're a global leader in animal nutrition and health, and they are looking for motivated, talented individuals to join their growing team. If you are looking for competitive pay, amazing benefits, and being valued in the workplace, well, apply today at CJ Bio America's Facebook page. Equal Opportunity Employer. Here come the Lynx. Ball is stripped out of the hands as Staley tried to take a little fancy move. And Koopman ends up with it and brings it down for the Gales. He's coming into the lane. He goes in. Oh, nice move. He split 3 defenders, came right-hand side, up and good. Koopman has 8 points on the night here. Nice one on that one. 31 seconds. Lynx have the ball in the hands of Bertrand. He's over right-hand side, guarded by Koopman. They got inside, a cutting Staley as he tries to go inside. Rejected by Hansen. There's the freshman playing big ball down there. Oh, he's going to learn to play with the big boys. Gallus, three-pointer on the way. Short, no good. Hansen got the rebound. He missed that shot as he got kind of deflected. Ball's now in the hands. That's going to be Bertrand. Outside shot. Here comes Michelson. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim. No good. 3 seconds remaining. Miracle has the ball. Gallus is going to hold it, and that's going to take us to halftime as the Gales are up by 14, 30-16. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7. Your Fort Dodge. Well, before I finish this one, I do want to say stick around. Sorry, folks. I do want to say stick around for the Loftusweiler halftime show. We'll take a look at first half statistics, and we're going to have a pre-recorded interview with Coach Tracy. He asked that we record it because there is senior night tonight, and he wanted to be down there with his players, and I completely respect that. So a recorded interview tonight, and that's going to be our halftime show. And Loftusweiler offering professional guidance with personal and specialized attention before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Their reputation for honesty and integrity is very well known, and it's their most valued asset. Now we're going to go back to studio. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
No good. He was directly under the basket. Couldn't make the shot. Koopman has the ball. He's coming down into the lane. Floater on the way. Oh, that was pretty. Just over everybody and straight down. Okay, so he went to pass it outside to Koopman. It was intercepted by Aarons, who got the ball in. He tried to throw the ball in. It was deflected by the Gales, but right into the Lynx. They bring it down court. Three-pointer by Staley, top of the key. Well outside the three-point line. He's going to try and work it in. Not there. Over to McElroy, right-hand side. McElroy comes down, baseline, back out to Horn. Horn, long pass over to Miracle in the right-hand corner. Three-pointer on the way. It was blocked, but he got the rebound right back. Underneath the Hansen. Oh, nice move as everybody collapsed on Miracle. Left Hansen right underneath, open. To the three-point line, coming one-on-one up there against Aarons. He goes inside, misses the shot. Rebound, tipped by him. Put up and in by Bargfried. 19-9. Gales lead by 10. Largest in the backcourt to Bertrand, who gives it to Michelson. Michelson in the bottom right-hand corner. Bounce pass up into Bertrand. Bertrand, top of the key. Ball is stripped by Gallus, and Gallus quickly gets ahead of him, goes down the left-hand side, goes in for the layup. No good, but rebounded by Bargfried, who puts it right back up and in. 21-9. Gales, that was a nice defensive move. Back to Horn at the free throw line. Horn looks to drive in the lane. Couple of moves. He does. Moves around. Nice little turnaround shot. It goes in from about 8 foot out. 20 left-hand side. Makes a move down, back up top to center. Hands it off to Bertrand, back to Staley. Staley. Another move. He spins around, gets it outside. That's going to be Griffith. Three-pointer on the way, in and out, rebounded by McElroy. McElroy, quick pass to the left-hand side to Gallus. Gallus gets the horn, comes down the center, up, and it's good. No, they're going to call a charge on that. He tried to take a little fancy move, and Koopman ends up with it and brings it down for the Gales. He's coming into the lane. He goes in. Oh, nice move. He split 3 defenders, came right-hand side, up.
places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Apologize. All righty, let's talk stats for the first half. What went on, who's doing what, and how we playing. So for the Gales, we have 19 rebounds for the Gales and 12 for the Lynx right now. Points-wise, really well spread out for the Gales. Logan Hansen has 2. McElroy has 3 on a three-pointer. And right now we have 5 for Grant Gallus. That's 2 free throws and a three-pointer. Horn has 6 off of 2 free throws and 2 field goals. Barkfried has 6 off of 3 field goals, 2 of which were putbacks on the offensive board. And then we have Jacob Koopman with 8 points, and that is 3 field goals and 2 free throws. Rebound-wise, right now McElroy has 5, Horn has 4, Barkfried has 4, Koopman has 2, Gallus has 1, Hansen has 2, and Miracle has 1. So, like we said, that totals up to 19. We're shooting 75% from the line, 6 of 8. No blocks as of right now, but that is where we're at on the points. And as for the Lynx, Jackson Griffith, he's got 9 points. That is going to be 6 points in the paint and 1 three-pointer out there. And then we've got Staley with 2, Bertrand with 2, and Michelson with 2. And that's going to add up to all 16 of their points. That doesn't make sense. We're missing a point somewhere. Oh, I see why. Mickelson has a three-pointer, not a two-pointer. There's my extra point. I just got to learn to read my statistician's handwriting over there. They are 2 for 2 at the free throw line, so they're shooting 100%. All righty. Folks, want to thank again Loftusweiler for putting on the halftime show. They offer professional guidance with personal and specialized attention before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Their reputation for honesty and integrity is very well known, and it's their most valuable asset. You may have heard during the halftime interview there was the Holy Trinity Parish Trivia Contest this weekend. And after 4 years of being runner-up or third place, we finally won. I'm looking across at the Schultes, who are our partners in crime over there. We get to wear the belt for 1 year. And right next to me, we do have the Burns. They were there. They didn't win. They played a good time. And then CJ and his wife were there. They didn't win. I'll tell you, feels good. Feels good after 4 years. I also have a Declan update. He got his shots yesterday. Handled it like a champ. He did have to have Tylenol a little bit and was very cuddly. He came over and his grandma got some cuddle time after conferences, and she liked that. And then she's with him today. Declan is getting big. He got weighed in. He was at, I want to say, 13 pounds, maybe 14 pounds. He's a big boy. He's a very big boy. So that's our Declan update. That's our halftime update. Let's say thank you to some of our sponsors here. We want to say thanks to Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath. Choosing items for your home should be a fun and creative experience. At Plum Supply Kitchen and Baths, the beautifully displayed kitchens and baths can inspire you to bring your space one step closer to reality. Located on South 22nd Street in Fort Dodge. Thank you, Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. And Jaden Electric, they are qualified electricians that can accomplish projects both big and small. They offer everything from 24-hour electrical service and repair to design build in Iowa. They're a family-owned company who care about quality and customer service. Looks like we've got a little bit more time. We're going to say thank you to Fort Frenzy and Godfathers. It's all fun and games at Fort Frenzy, complete with attractions, pizza, buffet, an arcade. There's something for all members of the family. They're located on 1st Avenue South in Fort Dodge. To start the second half, Lynx are going to get the ball. Looks like they're trying to get, they got a little something spilled over here on the sideline. They're getting that swept up so it doesn't get in the way. And it looks, I don't know if that doesn't matter what it is. Looks like it could be popcorn. Who knows? That's what happens at sporting events, folks. People spill stuff. It's okay. They'll get that cleaned up and get the second half going here. But you do not want a player stepping on that popcorn and falling down on their tuchus, because that could hurt. Might even crack it. All righty. Still not done with it over there. Evidently a little bit bigger mess than I thought it was. All righty. Okay, now that was hysterical. They swept it up into one of those sweeper things, and it looked like they were almost ready to just dump it in the bleachers. And I'm like, really? Take that over to the garbage can and we'll be good. And then comes the pass. Here comes Staley. Starting things off for the Lynx. He gets it down over on the right-hand side to Griffith. Griffith holding the ball, looking for a cutter. He found Lair. Pardon me, that is going to be Lair. Down the side. Ball gets passed out of bounds. It's going to be off of Bargfried. So it's still going to be Lynx ball. They ended up pass to the outside. Bargfried tipped it. It went out. Bargfried playing with 3 fouls, remember. 23 seconds on the shot clock, and the Lynx are going to bring the ball in. They get the ball into the hands of Bertrand. Bertrand at the free throw line. Outside now. Here comes Griffith. Griffith works into the lane. Not there for him. Outside to Staley. Staley working the left-hand side. Bounce pass into Lair. Lair being guarded by Horn. Not there for him. Outside, Aaron's three-pointer on the way. It's good. 30-19. Gales lead by 11. Gallus quickly down court. He picks it up, holds on, says, let's let it run our offense. Bargfried, left-hand side, gets it into Horn. Horn outside the lane, looking to go in, but pulls out to the top. Passes all the way across court to McElroy. McElroy top of the key to Koopman. Koopman, nice spin move, over to Bargfried, right-hand side. Oh, nice move. They got it into Horn. He goes up, and it's up and good. Gales now 32-19, up by 13 points. 6:58 remaining here in the quarter. Ball being handled by Griffith. He works down the right-hand side, being guarded by McElroy. Picks up his dribble. McElroy, nice job. He tried to pass it. McElroy, twice got his hands on it. McElroy just all over him defensively, but they do end up with the ball back at the top of the key to Staley. Pick set by Lair. Oh, they try and hook on that one. They're going to call. Oh, that one. I'm gonna call baloney. Offensive player totally hooked Bargfried and fell to the floor on it, and they called Bargfried on the foul. I don't know if you're going to go watch the replay on that one, but that's the way it rolls. So Bargfried picks up his 4th foul. All right, ball's over to Aarons now. They're going to pick up right where they left off. They got 35 seconds on the shot clock. Lynx working the ball around the outer perimeter. They get it inside the layer. Oh, nice job there. It's intercepted by Horn. He's coming down quick. Coming down on the left-hand side. It's up and good, and a foul. He's going to go to the line for the old-fashioned 3. Oh, flap warning. No, it wasn't a foul. They're just going to call flop warning against Bertrand. Okay, so if he flops, he got hit. If he got hit, he interfered with Horn, but they don't call the foul. So it's not like he fell backwards without being touched. So no foul called, but a flop warning called. That does not jive in my head. Doesn't matter. 34-19. Gales up by 15. Here come the Lynx. Ahrens has the ball, gets it down inside. They got the ball to Bertrand. He worked it up, got the shot. It's up and good. 34-21. Gales still up by 13 now. 5:55. McElroy hands off the ball, top of the key to Horn. Horn, nice move as he comes down the lane right across. He split Lair and Bertrand like you do a banana for a sundae. Holy cow. Put the ball up and good. Lynx working the ball. Griffith handling it again, calling everybody to go, trying to isolate. He's coming down the right-hand side up against McElroy. Bounce pass inside. Gets it to Ahrens. Ahrens works it. Pass goes outside. That time Staley went right, ball went left, ball went out of bounds. Gales get the ball on the turnover, leading by 15, 36-21, 5:30 remaining here in the quarter. McElroy has the ball for the Gales. Quick bounce pass underneath to Horn. He comes up and under, makes the shot. Gales are now up by 17, looking to kind of start putting things, tying a knot or a bow on it, wrapping it all up. It's still early, but, man, they are playing like they want to play second half. Lynx have the ball. Bertrand has it top of the key, guarded by Miracle. Nice little give and go. Oh, intercepted the pat. No words on that one. So, on that play, folks, I'm going to take a breather. Here comes Grant, downsize, intercepted the ball, comes down the lane, missed it. Horn with the feedback. So, there was a pass trying to get inside. It was tipped by Koopman. The ball got loose and got ran into or picked up by the Lynx, who then tried to pass it, and Koopman got it again. The player then held the ball. Koopman stripped it, passed it ahead to Gallus. Gallus ran all the way down. Here come the Lynx coming into the lane. They put it outside to Bertrand. Bertrand comes into the lane. Oh, Miracle just totally rejected him. He went up. Miracle was behind him, stripped the ball right from him. 14 on the shot clock. Lynx still have the ball. If you're able to watch this, that would be a lot better than trying to have me explain it. Another pass tipped by Koopman, almost intercepted, and they're going to call a block against McElroy. Staley was coming down. He totally backed into him, bumped into McElroy, but McElroy got called for it. He was not set, so he's going to get called for the foul. That's going to be McElroy's first foul, second team foul. Hansen's coming in, and who's going out? Miracle's going to go out. So Hansen's in, Miracle's out. So we got McElroy, Horn, Koopman, Gallus, and Hansen. Lynx have the ball, 35 seconds on the shot clock, reset with the penalty. Bertrand has the ball, and they're going to call travel on that one. He went up and down, didn't pass the ball before his foot came down. I agree with that call. Of course I do. That's against him. Who wouldn't agree with that one, right? All righty. All right, I don't know what they're calling. Okay, so Gales have the ball. They just wanted it underneath that basket, not from the side. So here comes Gallus across the timeline. Works the ball, left-hand side. Nice move as he comes down, loses the handle, and just pushes it out of bounds. He's upset with himself. You don't have to tell him about that one. He knows what happened. He feels shame. Not sure what we're getting here. Refs are conversing. We got something. If they call this one Gale basketball, I would be incredibly surprised, because that was not Gale basketball. All right, that was just pushed out of bounds by Gallus. So here come the Lynx, down by 19. 4:06 remains here in the third quarter. Ball's going up to Staley. Gets the ball into the hands of Michelson. Michelson comes up. Right at center is going to be Griffith working the ball for the Lynx. Calling the shots. He's directing people in traffic. He's coming down the right-hand side to Mickelson. Mickelson guarded by Horn. Mickelson working the right-hand side. Bounce pass back up top to Griffith. Griffith looking to go in the lane. Gets pickpocketed by Gallus. Ball is loose. McElroy has it. Find Horn on the left-hand side. Horn goes in. Oh, in and good, and he's going to be fouled by Ahrens. That's going to be the old-fashioned three. 42-21. Gales have doubled them up, 21 points. And Horn's going to go in the lane. Gets pickpocketed by Gallus. Ball is loose. McElroy has it. Find Horn on the left-hand side. Horn goes in. Oh, in and good, and he's going to be fouled by Ahrens. That's going to be the old.
Big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hunter Horn at the line shooting the free throw for the Gales. Remember, he got timeout called to try and ice him on this one. Hunter shooting 72.3%, already has 18 points. Old-fashioned three-pointer on the way. Ooh, in and out, and then the Lynx fight each other for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds, so the Gales are going to get it back. Leading by 21, Gales are going to get the ball underneath their own hoop. 3:36 remains in the quarter. A chance to kind of push the envelope even further on this one. Inbound pass to McElroy. He gets it right back into Horn. Horn comes into the lane, moves baseline left, right, and then spins it in. Ladies and gentlemen, he now has 20 points on the game. And the Gales are up. Oh, rejection down at the other end. Michelson tried to drive it in. Horn smacks it up against the glass and says, Gets it to Grant Gallus. Comes down. He puts in a little 6-foot jumper off the backboard. Gales are up 46-21. 3:11 left in the quarter. Ball's with Bertrand. He's working the left-hand side. All the way over to Michelson. Michelson comes back up to center. Drives all the way down the right-hand side. Comes inside the three-point line. Shot is up. Rejected by Hansen. It's loose. Rebound by Koopman. Nice play by Hansen as he got a bit of that one. That's his second one tonight. McElroy has the ball. Left-hand side. Across court to Horn. Back across court to McElroy. He comes into the free throw line. Outside to Koopman. Looks at the three, doesn't. Drives it in. Up to the top of the key to Gallus. Over the left-hand side to Horn. McElroy, three-pointer on the way. It's in and out. No good. It's going to be rebounded by Bertrand for the Lynx. 46-21. Gales up by 25. Bertrand has the ball. Down in the corner now to Griffith. Griffith lurks it back up top, and that's going to be in the hands of Ahrens. Ahrens works down the baseline. Not there. Gives it to Griffith. He goes in. Shot is long. No good, but he picks up his own rebound. Out to the three-point line. They got it. Now it's in the hands of Bertrand. Bertrand gets it over to Ahrens. Ahrens throws up a three-pointer off the rim out of bounds. 2:07 left here in the quarter. Gales up 46-21 with possession. Give the ball to McElroy, who's going to set up the offense. He brings it across the timeline. He's met by Staley. Gets it to the free throw line. Out to Koopman. Koopman, left-hand side, gives it to Gallus. Top of the key, Horn. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Hansen with the rebound. Turns it around, tries a shot. No good. Ball is loose on the ground, and they're going to call a foul on that one. Who are they going to call the foul on? They're going to call Hansen with the foul on that one. Say he didn't have position, so he's going to get his first, team third here. Minute 43 remaining. Got some substitutions. Staley going out. Ruby coming in for the Lynx. Miracle coming in. Out goes Gallus. Who else have we got in there? Bargfried came back in, and Koopman gets to take a little break. There we go. All right, so the Lynx get the ball. Bertrand going to set up the offense. He's got it on the right-hand side. Going down towards the corner, picks up his dribble, guarded by Horn. Passes over to Griffith. Griffith just right of center, outside the three-point line, calling for a pick. Three-pointer on the way, no good, rebounded by Hansen. He ripped it out of Ruby's hands and said, I think I want this one. McElroy brings the ball down quick, finds Miracle in the lane. Shot is no good. Hansen with the rebound. Put back up. It's on the ground. Oh, that was a nice move. They're going to have a foul on the ground. No shot, but Hansen had a nice move there. They're going to call the foul. This time it's going to come on Ahrens. Ahrens is going to pick up, I think, his fourth foul. He's going to take a seat. So he's going down, going to sit, feel some shame, think about what he did. Horn's going to inbound the ball. Gets it to Hansen, made a break right to the hoop. It's up and good. Freshman power, ladies and gentlemen. That is the future right there. So Hansen working 4 points tonight, 2 rejections. Bertrand has the ball for the Lynx. Comes right-hand side, guarded by Bargfried. Top of the key to Michelson. He comes into the free throw line, passes it back out, top to Bertrand. Bertrand gets it to Griffith. Griffith working against Gallus on the right. Taking it down to the corner. Picks up the dribble. It's passed inside. That got to Bertrand. He can't get any penetration. He has to go back out front. Griffith coming into the lane. Not there. They give it to Lair. Lair makes a move. Doesn't get the shot. They just get the rebound. So Horn did go. That was a violation, but it did hit the rim on the shot. So not that. Horn just took it coast to coast. Right through 3 defenders again. They just kind of separated. It was like Moses. Just, I'm going to part these players. Horn did go. That was a violation, but it did hit the rim on the shot. So not that. Horn just took it coast to coast. Right through 3 defenders again. They just kind of separated.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
Gale fans to Gale basketball. Just a reminder that Gales do have district wrestling Saturday at Ridgeview. So if you guys have nothing to do on Saturday, go support the Gales as they're wrestling in districts. Thank you, Mike Crimmins, for that bit of information. Happy to put that on the radio for you. Here come the Lynx. They get the ball to Griffith. He goes into the lane, passes it out to Bertrand. Bertrand coming in against Bargfried. Shot is up, no good. Hanson with the rebound. Outlet pass to Koopman, who gets across the timeline. Gives the ball to Bargfried. Bargfried splitting down the lane. What a move on that one as he went right through three defenders. Like they're standing still. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Gales are up 52-21. This is Gale basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. That sound of the game, folks, is brought to you by Wheelchair Dynamics. With a full range of medical equipment and supplies, you will find affordable quality solutions for all your home health care needs. Wheelchair Dynamics, located at 1406 A Street West in Fort Dodge, next to Tom Thumb Restaurant. Back and forth went the ball. The Lynx, the Gales, everybody's had a chance. Nobody has scored. This time, finally, the Lynx come down. They put up the shot. It is no good, but we do get a foul on this one. So going to the line is going to be Bertrand, and they're going to call the foul on Miracle. That's going to be his second foul of the game. First foul for the Gales. First shot is on the way. It is no good. Gales are up 52-21. We're going to find out when continuous clock is. Had a little discussion with Rob. He thinks 35. I thought maybe 30. I said, one of these days I'm going to learn the rules, and then I realized, nah, I'm probably not. We're just going to find out and learn together because it's fun that way. So Bertrand misses his first shot. Gales still up by 31. Second shot on the way, and it is good. Bertrand shoots 71%, so not like him to miss that. 7 minutes here left in the final quarter. Gales up by 30 at this point. Miracle has the ball inside the lane. He gets it out to Koopman. Koopman, right-hand side, looking for a cutter. Not quite there. Outside now, left-hand corner Miracle. He comes, gives it to Koopman. Koopman works right of the key, gets it to Hanson on the left-hand side. He's back up to Bargfried. Bargfried Goes to work it in the lane. It's going to be kicked or kneed out of bounds. They're going to say off of Bargfried. He may have touched it after it got a hit off the other player's knee. But that's twice it's gone out of bounds, and he's just kind of like, it wasn't me? That's all right. Gales up by 30, 6:36. Ball went way down the corridor. I think that went into the next county. They just brought it back. So the Lynx are going to set up their offense. Here they get the ball to Bertrand. Bertrand coming across half court is going to be picked up by Gallus. Going to go left and right. Still guarded by, switch on to Bargfried. Now it's to Lair. Lair guarded by Hansen. Gets the ball off to Griffith. Griffith being guarded by Gallus, works it right-hand side. Passes up top. Going to be to Aaron. Ball stripped by Gallus. He's coming down all the way down the court. Misses the layup. Oh. And they're going to call a foul on that one. And that's going to be on Miracle. He missed the layup, and they're going to get Miracle on the arm on the rebound on that one. Gallus is mad at himself. Had the breakaway. Went in just a little too fast and a little too strong. Still up by 30. 6:09 remaining here in the quarter. They get the ball to Bertrand. Bertrand works down the left-hand side. They bounce pass in the middle to Aarons. Aarons throws up the pass. No good on the shot. Miracle gets the rebound, and he's going to come down quickly. He gets into the lane. Little jumper. Up and no good off the rim, and Lair gets the rebound for the Lynx. Here comes Bertrand, setting up the offense, coming up the right-hand side. Guarded by, off his foot. It's loose on the ground. Now Gallus has a chance to do it again. He's coming down. Decides to stop and set it up. They get it to Hansen inside the lane. Hook shot on the way off the glass. It's good. Gales are up 54-22. 5:30 remaining in the game. Inbound pass now over to Michelson. Michelson works up the left-hand side. He's going to be picked up by Miracle. Over to Griffith on the right-hand side, guarded by Bargfried. Pass to Bertrand. Bertrand at the top of the key. Bounce pass inside to Ruby. Ruby shot up on the way and good. He had about an 8-footer there. Nice over the players, little floater, and it goes in. 30-point lead, 54-24. Koopman has the ball, right-hand side. He's going to work into the lane. He's pushed around by Ruby. No foul called. Ball is on the ground. It's going to be bouncing around. Ends up finally to Griffith. Griffith gets it to Bertrand. Bertrand's going to come down against Miracle. He's going to get called for a charge as he ran right into him. He lost the ball, or passed the ball, but then ran right into Miracle, who was just setting up camp. He was there long enough that I think he had basically planted a flag and owned it. 54-24, 4:48 remaining. Gallus is going to bring the ball into play. He comes down the right-hand side to Hansen. Right-hand side, top of the key, Koopman. Koopman hands off to Miracle. Miracle, three-pointer on the way. No good off the rim. Long rebound. Griffith gets it for the Lynx. Guarded by Koopman. He breaks free. He's coming down. Outside pass. Goes to Bertrand. Oh, it was rejected by Hansen on that one. But he did run and basically knock over Bertrand. It was all body, so he's going to get called for a foul. Oh, no, we got a flop warning also called against one of the Gales. Didn't see who they called it on, but he went to the ground hard. And it wasn't, I would say flop warning counts on that one. Anyway, Hansen picks up his second foul. Bertrand shoots his first free throw. It's no good. Now we got Jackson Calvert coming in. Koopman going to sit on the sidelines. So we've got Hansen, Calvert, Bargfried, Miracle, and Gallus in for the Gales. Up by 30, 4:23 remaining in the game. Bertrand shooting the second of two. That one is up and no good. Ball is loose. Gets to Ruby. Second shot, no good. Hansen gets the rebound. Gives it to Miracle. Gets the ball to Gallus, who's going to come across the timeline. He's guarded by Michelson. Michelson. Nice movement on the ball. Gets it over to the left-hand side to Hansen. Hansen into the lane to Bargfried. Little turnaround jumper. No good. Rebounded by Bertrand. And Bertrand comes across the timeline. He's working the right-hand side against Gallus. Griffith, top of the key. Three-pointer on the way. Hits the front of the rim, falls out. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Gales. That's going to be off Miracle. So underneath the basket, clock did stop. Rob was right. It's 35 points before they have continuous clock. Don't like it when I'm wrong, but I was wrong on that one. He's smiling. All right. Good thing they didn't ask that in trivia because I would have missed that question. Here comes the ball into play. Michelson has it. Passes it into Lair. Back to Michelson. He puts it up and good. So whether it's Michelson or Michelson, it is 2 points. 54-26. Gales up by 28. Gallus brings the ball across the line, gives it to Miracle. Miracle left-hand side. Nice bounce pass into Hansen. Hansen, couple of moves against Lair. Goes outside pass to Gallus. Back up on the right-hand side. All the way across to Miracle. And they're going to call Miracle on the foul there. The long pass was intercepted by Bertrand, and Miracle tried to get into that pass. They're going to call him with the reach. So Webster City's going to get the ball, and that's going to be third foul on Miracle. And they're saying that's the fifth team foul. Shows 4 on the board. They're figuring it out, whether it's 4 team fouls or 5, and whether they're shooting or not. It's out of bounds. Not the fifth, yeah. Nope, that's only the 4th foul. Helping them as much as you can, but they're going to have to bring it out of bounds. It's right there on the scoreboard. You just have to look up and see 4. Maybe they put the foul up really quick. Lucas is very, very quick on the scoreboard down there, so he may have put that up a little quick, and the poor ref thought they haven't put it up yet, and this is going to be the 5th one. Doesn't matter. We want to say thank you to Kemna Auto of Fort Dodge. Test drive one of their all-new electric vehicles. Kemna Auto of Fort Dodge at 10th South 25th Street. Driven to serve, powered by you. All righty, so long delay there, finally into play. 3:32 remaining here in the game. Bertrand has the ball right-hand side against Gallus. They get down in the corner, Mickelson. Give it to Griffith. Griffith gets it into Lair, going up against Hansen. He bumps into him a couple times, managed to work his way in, and it's good. Good defense by Hansen. Wasn't much he could do on that one. Gallus has the ball coming down the right-hand side. Hands it off to Bargfried. Bargfried right on the Gales logo. He comes into the lane. Oh, gets it pickpocketed by Griffith. He's down, comes up, puts it in from the left-hand side as they are now down by 24. Gales lead 54-30. 2:53 remaining in the game. Griffith Waffelsweiler's in there now. He comes down, passes it over to Gallus on the right-hand side. Hansen down in the corner. Finds a cutting Calvert. It goes up, and it's good. Nice move on that one as Calvert found an opening, got the ball, and put it right up and in. Back up by 26, 56-30. Bertrand has the ball right-hand side. Passes into Lair. He's up against Hansen. Double team now. They pass it out to Mickelson. Mickelson comes in. A couple of moves. Not there. Far side. 3 seconds on Lair called on that one. They got the ball out to Ruby. He put up a three-pointer. Didn't make it, but 3-second violation on Lair. And the Gales take possession. 2:30 left. Up by 26. Here comes Gallus. He's being pressed as soon as he got across. That's going to be Mickelson on him. He comes down the right-hand side. Good ball movement. Good handling. Give it to Loffesweiler. Loffesweiler picks up his dribble, lost it, gets it all the way across court to Gallus. Gallus gets it to Hansen, finds a cutting Bargfried, floater up, and oh, no good. We thought that one could go, but it took a lot of bounces and gets out. Bertrand got the rebound for the Lynx, and he's already down setting up the offense. Looking to get it inside to Lair. Lair, oh, nice pass. It was bumped out of bounds, or pardon me, bumped out of the way by Hansen. Ends up to the Lynx. They got it back to Lair. He passes it out to Bertrand. Floater on the way from the right-hand side. Over the defenders, it's good. 56-32. Here comes Gallus. Gallus was a nice move. He's coming down the right side, passes it out to Bargfried. Three-pointer on the way. Not there. Tipped out. Ball is loose on the ground. Bargfried picks it up, falls to the ground. Wanted to foul on that one, doesn't get it. Might. He was yelling at the ref. And they got a caution on that one for yelling at the ref. All right. We got substitution coming in. Looks like we got Moore coming in. And out goes Gallus. Kenobi coming in. Oh, and we got Baker in. So he's starting, got all the seniors in there now. Looks like I think he's trying to play all the seniors that he can. All right. So we are running Calvert, Griffith, Waffesweiler, Jameson Baker, Jacob Moore, and Thomas Kenobi in for the Gales right now. I don't know if they called timeout, so I think they might have called timeout. Okay, so when Bargfried was on the ground with the ball, he called timeout. I thought they called a caution, and we're just getting some substitutions in. Sorry about that, but that's okay. We didn't lose anything in translation. Minute 34 remaining. Calvert has the ball. Gets it to Kenobi. Pardon me, Moore. Moore gets it to Loffesweiler. Over to Jameson Baker on the left-hand side. He finds Calvert. Calvert drives into the lane. Couple of steps. They're going to call him get a push called against him. So he's going to go. Oh, they're going to say on the line. He'll say he wasn't, pardon me, on the floor. He wasn't shooting. That's going to go against Ruby for the Lynx, and that's his first foul. Ball comes into Kenobi. Kenobi works it into the lane. Gets it outside. Loftus-Wide, the three-pointer on the way. Good. 59-32. Gales up now by 27. We got a lot of new people in. Becker in for the Lynx. Three-point attempt on the way. No good. Ball's on the ground, and they're going to call probably a foul on that one. Yep, and that's going to be Grayson Henderson. Grayson Henderson's going to pick up his foul, and that's going to be the second team foul on the Lynx. Minute 4 left. Gales going to take the ball in from underneath the Webster City hoop. Ball comes into Calvert. He's going to set up the offense. Gets it to Baker. Baker to Moore. Moore, three-pointer on the way. Nothing but nothing on that one. It goes out of bounds. That's going to be turnover, 53 seconds. Gales up by 27. Ruby's going to inbound the ball. Gets it into the hands of Becker. Becker gets it across the timeline. He's being guarded by Loftusweiler. Now it's over to Wardell. Wardell gets it up top. That's going to go to Henderson. Over to Becker. Three-pointer on the way. Long three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Lacey. Lacey misses. Ball's on the ground. Baker gets it, and he's going to be fouled. I think they're going to call the foul on Ruby on that one. Yeah, Ruby's going to pick up his second foul. He just had one just a little bit ago, so he's getting them quickly in a row here. 32 seconds left in the game. 27-point lead. Gales are going to come away with another victory unless something really weird happens. Baker has the ball. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good. They're really wanting him to score. His final game of the regular season as a senior. Becker takes the ball up across the timeline. He's being guarded by Loftusweiler. They do get the ball inside into the lane to Lacey. He tries to penetrate, not there. Back out to Becker. Three-pointer on the way. Misses everything. Rebounded by, who's that rebounded by? Kenobi. Kenobi has the ball. Three-pointer on the way. Oh, missed it at the buzzer. Gales win 59-32. And that's going to do her here. Remember, stick around, folks, for the Daniel Tire post-game show. For 100 years, Daniel Tire has been the place to go for tires and automotive service in Fort Dodge. If you need your tires replaced, Daniel Tire has the replacement tire to fit your needs from the brands you trust. Stop by and see them at 520 First Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to studio. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show. This is Gale Basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors. Big news! Fort & Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gale basketball here. The Gales win tonight against Webster City, 59-32. Joining me now, we have Coach Kokendorfer with us. Coach, congratulations. Can't hear. All right, what do we got going on there?
I might have pulled it out, Lance.
Anything on there? Well, he's technical difficulties. Got to love technical difficulties. I think this is my fault, Coach. Not to worry. Watch this. I got it fixed. Okay. Can you hear me now? Yep. All righty. Something came unplugged. All right. So joining us now, we got Coach Kokendorfer. Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Well, thanks a lot, Lance. It was a hard-fought win. You got to give Webster credit. They really gutted it out. They played hard, hit some shots, and we did a lot better job in the second half, Lance. We started switching some of those screens and moving the ball a little bit better and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, and it was a slower start for you, but again, in the end, win's a win, and you're guaranteed a tie, at least a share of the title, unless Iowa Falls somehow manages to beat Clear Lake tonight. I don't see that happening, but it could, and I haven't heard anything about that yet, so we'll assume probably just a share of the title, and that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. We don't get that a whole lot. We are a small school in the conference. I think 2010 was the last time. It's tough to do. These guys did a good job. We're a little flat to start the game, but the same thing happened last year after we beat Humboldt in a big game and got us going. And then we beat the best team in the conference Friday, and it was very emotional. And guys played hard, and then you come back and you just don't have that energy level up there where it was.
No, and especially not a team that you beat last time you played them. I think that's life. I mean, that's the way it is. But they did.
They can't always be up.
No, but they came back, like you said, second quarter, third quarter.
Started doing some stuff.
You were able to get those seniors in at the end of the game.
I was glad. Yep, I was glad we did that.
A lot of good time on the floor for them. So,
yep.
Quietly doing what he does. Hunter ended up with 22 points. Not as many rebounds. He had 5 on our stat sheet. I don't know what you guys had him down for, but really nice turnout for him tonight again. He ends up with player of the game for us. But overall, your team divvied up those points with Koopman with 8. We had Hansen with 6, Bargfried with 8, Gallus with 7, and McElroy with 3. I mean, they just spread it out.
Yeah, they did. They did a good job. Then, whoever gets the points, they don't worry about it. They try to move basketball. Hunter got some, we got some transition points for him there, and he did a good job making decisions in transition and got a couple close shots. And I think it was a good win. Again, we get back to we really did some fundamental stuff right in the second half where we weren't doing it in the first half.
And that was again. So end of the regular season. We now go into postseason. What do you think of your seeding?
Oh, I think it's good. It's we just got to go out and take care of business. We got to be up for every game and play hard, and let the chips fall where they fall. It's not a bad sub-state for us. It could be worse. We could be running into those other guys. So we have a chance. We just got to go out and play hard, Lance.
Yeah, it's the road. I'm calling it the chicken coop. I'm trying to get that caught on. It's not the well anymore, so I want to say the road to the chicken coop.
Okay.
And see if we can get. I want to see if it catches on. I don't know if it will, but I'm going to try.
All right.
Other than that, yeah. So when is the game? It's not till you got a week off, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Well, tomorrow will be a captain's practice where the seniors get to draw up the practice. So and I just said no coaching running. Sometimes they like to get us out there.
Yeah.
Right? If they're going to do that, it's got to be a couple hours ahead of time. We got to know.
Got to stretch out.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, just a great season. Overall, just a really great regular season into post-game play. And I just tell everybody, show up for the games. You're guaranteed to 2 or 3 home games.
3.
That's
if we keep winning. We got to win
right.
the first 2.
Yeah, so technically you're not guaranteed.
No,
but you're scheduled for 3 home games, and show up, folks. I mean, pack the gym. These kids deserve it. This team deserves it, and coach deserves it.
It's been a good year, so it's really nice. Hopefully we can get some wins and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, the road to the chicken coop starts now, and I think the kids are well on their way.
Okay, thanks, Lance.
All right,
Appreciate
it. Thank you for taking time to stop by. And we won't talk to you till next week. You get a whole week off from me, Coach.
No 10:30 interview.
All righty.
All right, thanks, Lance.
All righty, take care.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yep.
All right, that was Coach K talking to us. Again, regular season is now over. Conference play is over. Gales get a share of the conference title at least. We do not know yet what's happened with Clear Lake. I could look it up, but I'm lazy, and we'll just have to wait and see. So a share of the conference title. I want to say thank you to Riley Armstrong Plumbing and Heating. Since 1989, they've specialized in their new construction, remodeling, and repair in Fort Dodge area and across Iowa. Their fully licensed crew is prepared to tackle any plumbing and heating job that is thrown their way, offer free estimates and inexpensive service calls. What I want to do, folks, is we've got a couple more commercials to play back in studio. We're going to throw it back there, finish those off. I'll give you the wrap-up and the stats for the game, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a night after that. But let's go back to studio with Gale Basketball here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Big news! Fort and Schlegel CPA is now Trailhead CPAs and Advisors. While our name has changed, our commitment to being your trusted advisor remains the same. We're still focused on you and your business, not just handling accounting tasks, but guiding your financial journey with expert advice and real-time solutions. Visit us at facebook.com/MWAG Advisors.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daniel Tire post-game show. We're going to go ahead and talk statistics. We talked a little bit about it with Coach there, but let's talk about what really happened during the game and who did what. So overall, the Gales had 31 rebounds. Logan Hansen, freshman Logan Hansen, puts up 8 rebounds tonight. He had the most rebounds. Way to go, Logan, on that one. He also had, to go with that, 6 points. And up next we had Jackson Calvert, pardon me. He had 2 points. Griffin Loftusweiler threw up a 3 and nailed it. So that was our off-the-bench players. For the starters, Jack McElroy had 3 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Next, we had Grant Gallus with 7 points. He had 1 field goal, 1 three-pointer, 2 free throws, 1 rebound, and 4 steals. Then we had Jacob Koopman with 8 points and Carson Bargfried with 8 points, and they both had about 5 rebounds and a couple of assists. So really just spread it out. But then again, we had Hunter Horn, who just quietly adds those points up. You just don't notice it until all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard and you're like, holy cow, he has got 22 points on the game, 2 free throws, 10 field goals, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and I think a couple of blocks on that. Yeah, they marked a couple of blocks. Remember, Hansen had a couple of blocks too for the freshman. So that's going to be that, and he's going to get Player of the Game. Player of the Game is brought to you by Sports Page. That's the Sports Page Bar and Grill Player of the Game. Brought to you by Sports Page in Fort Dodge. Bring out the entire family to enjoy your favorite teams. They have 44 flat-screen TVs. You can enjoy your favorite meal and drink while you enjoy the game at Sports Page Bar and Grill in Fort Dodge. So winning tonight, coming out ahead. The Gales did win the game. Ended up 59-32. Started out a little slow, but like Coach said, they finally got their feet underneath them and played the game they wanted to. It is hard coming off of the big win against Clear Lake. You know, you're just going to be down in energy for the next one. That is something that just happens and don't need to be sitting there focusing on it. We got a couple more people to thank here, and that's Community Health Center in Fort Dodge with locations in Fort Dodge, Mason City, Dayton, and Eagle Grove. They offer medical, dental, and behavioral health services for patients of all ages. Their caring staff is committed to your well-being and getting you back to feeling like yourself again. So thank you, Community Health Center. Lindsay Simpson, American Family Insurance in Fort Dodge. Trust your insurance needs to Lindsay Simpson at American Family Insurance in Fort Dodge. Ask her about handling your property, life, vehicle, or farm and ranch insurance today. Contact Lindsay at 515-855-7000 and get a free quote. Check her out also on Facebook today at LYNSEY Simpson, American Family Insurance. Folks, if you would like your business to be part of our local sports broadcast, please call the Connoisseur Media Studios at 515-955-5656. Be a partner of Dodger and Gale Sports all year long. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. We want to thank you all for joining us. I want to say thank you to Brock back in the studio. Thank you to Rob for keeping stats. Thank you to Joseph Jaden for allowing me to do this. And thank you for the video team over here of Jed and Melissa Burns doing a great job working those cameras. Always happy to have them here with me and happy to have them letting me do this. So we're going to call it tonight. This is Gale Basketball here on Sunday 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. And Declan, go to bed. Grandpa's done playing on the radio.